by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents the sound of happy. Hear that? That's the DQ chicken strip basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time in no time, it can only be the DQ chicken strip basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do. With press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
Bounce pass, a Walker, slam it home.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Southern Arizona's home to your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290, KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Nothing says fall like the sounds of a college band. Is there anything better than the pride of Arizona and band camp around Arizona Stadium? That is fall right there. That's when you know fall is in the air. When you've got a college band playing on campus, getting ready for a football season. And I say that because it takes me back to, and this obviously is orientation week at the University of Arizona. Move-in was taking place all this past weekend. Cars lined up for blocks around all those high-rise apartment complexes they have built across the street from campus. First of all, that's like, I mean, if you're a youngster going to college nowadays and you get to live in a place like that, I mean, whatever happened to like smelly old dorms? Now we got these fancy high-rise apartment buildings, and they are just popping up all around that corner there of Speedway and Park in that area right there. Just a ton of them. And the kids were there. The parents were unloading, getting everybody ready for the school year. And it takes me back to my first college fall of 1986, many moons ago, when I walked onto the campus of the University of Southern California for the first time. And just one of the things I vividly remember is walking by Cromwell Field, which is now a really nice built-up track facility. At that time, all it was a track with hardly any stands in a grass area in the middle of it. but I can remember walking by Cromwell Field while the Spirit of Troy was in their band camp. And I remember standing there and listening to them play. And that was that first real feeling, for me anyway, that was that first real feeling of college. Like you're in college now. This is a new part of your life. Because, I mean, you grow up and you watch college football in the fall on TV and you see the bands. And I've stated the story before. I actually grew up a UCLA fan. So I remember growing up and watching the UCLA band. I remember growing up and being in Ohio and seeing the Ohio State marching band. And you think about college and games and bands. And then you get to that campus for the first time and you see what is going to be your band. Now that's your band out there playing. I love that, like that cadence whistle in the back. That's your band. That's your college. That's going to be the next 4 years of your life. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that feeling of those first steps that you're going to take for the next 4 years of your life on a college campus. And for me, the band had a lot to do with that initial feeling of what college was going to be all about. I want to hear your story. What was that feeling for you when you first stepped on campus? What was that first thing that kind of made you feel like, I'm here? This is me at my school. The next 4 years of my life. This is what it's going to be about. What was that feeling like for you? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Campus is starting to buzz again. There's we go through this in here in southern Arizona. There's that lull of the hot summer when everybody disappears. The snowbirds disappear. The students disappear, and it's just us. Can we categorize ourselves as townies? I don't know if I like that term, but there is truth to us. We're townies. We live here year round. We don't go anywhere during the months of May, June, July, and August. We're here. We deal with the Junes of 100 straight days of 100 degrees plus. And then we get to this point of the year, and the students begin to come back, trickle back. The academics begin to trickle back, and then before we know it, the snowbirds will begin to trickle back into southern Arizona. That feeling that fall is in the air. It's a beautiful thing. We have games, obviously. This past week, Arizona soccer got things going with a win over UNLV on Thursday, a much more difficult victory for the ladies on Sunday in the heat. Thank goodness it was not 106 this past weekend. It was hot out there. Don't get me wrong. It was hot out there yesterday for a 10:30 a.m. start against UC Irvine, but it certainly was not as hot as it could have been. But the ladies pulled off the victory, 1-zip scoring with just under 4 minutes to go in the contest to raise their record now to 2 winning results. So we'll dive into that. Over this past weekend, we had the Arizona Volleyball Red-Blue game at McHale Center, the first contest on the new floor at McHale Center. Were you there for that? Want to hear from you. What did you think of the new floor. I did not get in there to that event, so I still have not seen the new floor. Perhaps I'll maybe sneak into McHale at some point this week and get a glimpse of the floor for myself. But if you were there at Arizona Volleyball this past Saturday and you saw the new floor, I want your impressions of that. What did you think of it? What does it look like with real eyes? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. The Diamondbacks, holy hell. Holy hell.
Can we skip Diamondbacks down low this week?
Holy hell. This is exactly what we were talking about last week. The ebbs and flows of baseball. How you can be so good 1 minute and so crappy the next. How many runs did the Rockies score after the sixth inning in the last 3 days?
Well, it's funny because the Diamondbacks lead Major League Baseball in runs in the first five.
Mm-hmm.
Runs scored in the first five innings. Lead Major League Baseball.
Wow.
That's not the problem, DK. That's not why they sold a bunch of players at the trading deadline, and that's not why they lost 3 games in a row to the worst team in baseball.
Ick. Yeah, that was not good. Just when we thought, maybe this new group might be able to sneak their way back into the wild card. They go and do what they did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in what is fashionably known as Lower Downtown, Lower Downtown Denver. Not pretty.
Well,
and now they get the Guardians.
Now
The
they're
Guardians
be
who
angry
equally
for your team.
Yeah, the Guardians who equally stunk up the joint over the weekend against a team going nowhere in the Atlanta Braves at home, even worse. So getting excited about them, and then they pull their weekend. So we got 2 teams tonight at Chase Field coming off 3-game losing streaks. We'll see what happens for sure.
Well, the Rockies just needed those 3 wins. You know, they got to stay alive in their hope for a wild card because theoretically, mathematically, they're not eliminated from it yet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Somehow they're not mathematically eliminated from the wild card.
Let's see. They are currently 35-89.
Yep.
36 games out of the first place Dodgers.
And 31 games back of the last wild card spot. So
you're saying there's a chance.
By mathematicians alone, they still have a shot. And that 3-game winning streak was much needed for that.
The Dodgers got hot over the weekend. They got a sweep over the weekend over the Padres in a battle for first place. That was
Talk about a team that needed it.
Yeah, no question about that. Have the Brewers lost yet?
Yes.
I think they did. They did lose on Saturday, I believe.
Was that 16, though?
Or Sunday.
I think it was 14, maybe 15 wins in a row. So they were close, but the Athletics still hold on to something.
They have a chance to be the first. They were the first team to 70 wins, and now they have a chance to be the first team to 80 wins if they can get a victory tonight. So,
it took a 10th inning loss.
Yeah.
3-2 loss to break that 14-game winning streak. So
I did not see the Cardinals game over the weekend. I know they lost. Did either of you guys watch that at all?
And it did not look great on the back half of the defense. We've talked a lot about the defensive line help that they needed from Jonathan Gannon's squad.
Yeah.
The depth at defensive back is going to be something to be talking about because there were a lot of deep passes that just happened to go not the Cardinals' way, especially one that you can't give up a first down on 3rd and 15.
Oh, God.
You just can't do that, especially if your quarterback that you're going up against is Mr. Stidham. You can't give up that if you want to have a chance to win games.
So we'll dive into that. We'll hear from Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals after their 27-7 loss to the Denver Broncos. We've got some Monday Night Football tonight. The Bengals, it won't be on here. We won't have it here. But it is on television. The Bengals and the Commanders, a chance to see Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in his second preseason game, had 27 yards and looked good, running the ball strong in his first game last weekend. Tyler Loop, saw a little bit of that game over the weekend. Tyler Loop, I think he kicked 4 field goals. He kicked 5. 5 for 6. It was 5 for 6 in the game, the Ravens and the Cowboys.
Stay off of Twitter, Tyler.
Oh, they're banging him for missing one?
No, it's just that's how the last guy got fired, right?
Yeah.
From doing some bad stuff and
Yep.
off.
Well,
stay,
no, not stay off Twitter. Stay off the massage
Stay away
table.
from
the point
massage
being,
tables, yeah.
stay clean off the field
Yep.
and keep kicking those field goals is what
There
we're
you
looking
go.
for.
He has been named the starter. No shock there. Tyler Loop will be the starter for the Baltimore Ravens as their place kicker. We have not talked a lot about special teams as it relates to your Arizona Wildcats. We'll delve into that. They've got it's a two position battle between three guys because the punter because Michael Salgado Medina punts and place kicks, so he's competing for both of those jobs. Then you've got Tyler Presson, who's competing at place kicker. You've got the young man Lovison from Australia, who's competing with Salgado Medina at punter. And then you've got the kid from Illinois State University, I believe his name's Ian Singer, who is going to be the kickoff guy. So literally you're going to have three different guys possibly doing the kicking chores this year for the University of Arizona. You're going to have one guy doing kickoffs, one guy doing place kicks, and one guy punting. So you might have three different kickers.
That was four years ago. They had that scenario, didn't they?
I think it was, yeah.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. When they used to, who was the kid before?
Before Tyler
Luke?
did kickoffs,
Yeah.
he just kind of was a short yardage
He
field
was
goal guy.
the field goal guy. I see how quickly I forget these guys after they leave. Because the other guy, I can't remember his name. He's been in the NFL before. He was, he was not maybe he didn't have quite the. I mean, he had the strong leg, obviously, like Tyler Loop, but didn't necessarily have the same accuracy as Tyler Loop, but has been able to get on rosters in the National Football League and make some kicks. He was with the Rams. He's been with the Browns. Been with a number of teams. So again,
You're thinking of
kicking has been
Haversick?
strong. Yeah, sorry, Lucas Haversick. Thank you. Yeah, Lucas Haversick, who's survived for a while. I'm not sure if he's in. I have not heard his name in a camp this year so far, but he has bounced around from a number of different teams over the last few years. So we'll keep an eye on him to see maybe if he gets back in the mix as well in the National Football League. It is DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We want to hear from you again. What was that moment for you when you walked on your college campus for the first time that signaled to you that you were in college? And for me, it was the sound of that band, the sound of the world-famous Spirit of Troy practicing at their band camp on Cromwell Field when I walked onto campus in the fall of 1986. That signaled for me that college was here, and it was great to hear the sounds of that band, the Pride of Arizona, on Saturday night for the open scrimmage at the stadium. We'll dive into that next. We didn't think they were going to be able to scrimmage at the stadium. Actually, Sunday. I think I said Saturday. On Sunday night, after the deluge of rain that fell on the downtown and intercity area on Saturday. We'll get into all that. It's DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions that are reported Sabino and Cloud Road and Sabino Canyon, Park and Drexel and Park Avenue, and also Tangerine and I-10 reported on Tangerine at I-10. Some slowing northbound on Keno Parkway as you approach and pass I-10. And a heads up, we do have, of course, it's warm today, slight chance of showers. And we are looking at our highs near about 104 tomorrow and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall is your premier automotive destination in town. Explore the new 2025 Honda models and extensive collection of pre-owned vehicles. Experience no-hassle financing and our no-haggle one-price selection. Visit AutoNation Honda Tucson at the Auto Mall today.
The jungle has moved afternoon, so grab your best Tucson tuxedo and join us on the Jim Rome Show weekdays from noon till 3 p.m. right here on the flagship home of your Arizona Wildcats, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wow, this is bad.
Oh no, how bad? When will my AC be fixed?
I don't know. It's your flux capacitor. They don't make them anymore. Special order. Couple grand easy.
Oh my God, what?
Don't get air-conned into paying for shoddy service and stuff you don't need. Put Goodfellas on the job. Goodfellas AC will repair or install your AC the right way the first time. You'll know up front exactly what it'll cost and how long it'll take. No surprises and free second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. The next time you're out with your friends, consider what would happen if you got pulled over after drinking, like the legal fees or the time in court or a DUI on your record. Your decision to drink and drive could change someone else's world too if you hurt or kill them in a crash. Instead, what if your decision to call a sober ride changed your world for the better? Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Hi, you know me, Scott Lehman from ScottSaysYes.com. Check out this month's Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar powered by Premier Auto Center.
Visit the Wildcats Radio 1290 Community Calendar at wildcatsradio1290.com to find out what community events are coming up in the Tucson area. You can also find Wildcats Radio 1290 events, upcoming sporting events, and more. Get the details and get involved with our community at wildcatsradio1290.com.
Go to ScottSaysYes.com today.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Don't forget to download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app. It slaps. We've got full coverage of the Wildcats, the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, Pima College. Download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app today.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport, because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. DK on the Sports Tip on this Monday. Full shows for you all week. I will not be in the seat, however, on Wednesday. I'll head up to the Valley to watch my baseball team play the final game of the three-game series between the Diamondbacks and Cleveland. Game 1 tomorrow night, Game 2 tomorrow night, and Game 3 will be a Wednesday afternoon affair. So the fellas will hold it down.
So which one of those teams is going to be on a 5-game losing streak by that point?
Let's hope it's not Cleveland. Let's hope it's not Cleveland. Sorry, D-backs fans, but let's hope it's not Cleveland. because they got so close and made us start to feel like, oh, we might have a shot at winning this division. And now we're back to 8.5 games. Luckily, though, the Tigers didn't get hot during the weekend, so we did lose a couple games back to 8.5 back of the Tigers. And in terms of the wild card, they had gotten to within a half game. Now they're 3.5 back. So they lost all 3 of those games that they fell this weekend to the Braves in the wild card standings. Not good. But that's what it is. It's August, coming up on September, which is the final 7 weeks of the Major League Baseball season are always the most fun because everybody's trying to fight for that playoff spot. Don't sleep on teams like the Royals. I mean, we haven't talked much about the Royals this year. They're only 4 games out of the wild card. And then on the National League side, we've talked about could Terry Francona take the Reds to the postseason in his first year in Cincinnati. They're only a game and a half out of the wild card and 5 over 500. I mean, Terry Francona to me is he's as good a manager as I think I've seen in Major League Baseball in a long, long time, because he can just take whatever roster. And again, the Reds might not make the playoffs, and they're obviously not going to win their division because they're not going to catch the Milwaukee Brewers. But he just goes there and wins. I mean, he puts good teams on the field. He knows how to manage players, and they're going to be right there. They might finish 7 to 10 games over 500, but I don't see the Reds being an organization while Terry Francona is there that's going to be on the losing side of 500 a whole lot.
There's so few of those guys, right? Like Larry Brown is a good example, where no matter where he is, he's winning. He's either winning championships or he's winning league divisional titles. I don't know if you could say the same for Phil Jackson, because he always had the best player in the NBA on his rosters, right?
Right.
And he also had a longer tenure. But I remember the stat was something like Larry Brown was only, I think his longest tenure was like 7 years of all those different stops. So Tito, no matter where he is, DK, I mean, he's successful, clearly.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. If you are a Reds fan, what has most impressed you this year about the job that Terry Francona has done as manager?
Do you want to hear the actual first 5 innings stat I was talking about?
Yes.
So the Diamondbacks averaged 3.02 runs in the first 5 innings. That's number 1. I wasn't exaggerating. The number 1 in Major League Baseball, DK.
Yeah.
Second is the Yankees, 2.99. Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit. Dodgers are 6th. So the issue is not getting to getting to starting pitchers early in games, because clearly they can do that. It's just middle relief and closing it out.
Take the Diamondbacks on the money line in the first 5
There you
innings.
go. There you go.
Even though we had them on the run line on Thursday night, and we didn't even get that out of them. So we'll get to our in fact, we got to get to our BetMGM Network top plays in this segment, because we've got we might as well do that now, because the game what we're talking about is first pitch here in about 15 minutes. So first of all, let's go back to what we had on Friday. And I think I joked about this. On Friday because we added 2 bets to our ledger. We added the game between the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces. And I said, it'll be our luck that we will lose all 4 of these games, all 4 of these bets. Well, let's hear what happened in the Mercury and Aces game.
Here's Lloyd. Good defense by AT. Tougher shot by Lloyd. Oh, elevating. And the answer with the deuce is Gray. Clutch.
Yes, Jewel Lloyd. It's just, and Asia Wilson down the stretch of that game on Friday night. I mean, it was a nip and tuck affair. Great basketball game. Great basketball game, by the way, if you had a chance. But Chelsea Gray was clutch down the stretch. Asia Wilson finished with 30 points and 16 rebounds. The Aces win the game by a score of 86-83 at PHX Arena. So we had the Mercury -4. We lost that bet. Okay. Then we decided we would take Alyssa Thomas to get another triple-double, because she had just been doing that so well of late. 3 of the last 4 games, triple-doubles. Came up short on that one.
Well, you just picked the wrong game.
Yeah.
Alyssa Thomas, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. So we weren't that far off, but just couldn't get enough boards on that one. Could Alyssa Thomas, and 1 assist shy of making it a double-double. So we lost on both of our bets in the Phoenix Mercury Las Vegas Aces game. Then we had 2 other bets. We mentioned we had the Diamondbacks on the run line, -1.5 in the first 5 innings against the Rockies. Well, for one night, the Diamondbacks couldn't produce that. They were down 4-2 at the end of 5 innings on Friday night, on their way to a 4-3 loss. Then the 4th bet we had was the Rangers on the money line over the Blue Jays, and that game was sitting pretty at 5-3 until late.
The 1-2. Line and threw into left center, a base hit. Bichette scores. Guerrero scores. Around to third goes Marshall, and the Blue Jays lead for the first time tonight. 2-run single for Alejandro Kirk. It's 6-5.
So we did, in fact, lose all 4 bets. All 4 bets.
There's a famous storyline of George Costanza and Seinfeld where it comes to realize that every decision he makes is wrong.
Yeah.
So he's just going to go completely against 180 of his gut. So every decision he makes is a 180 from what his gut instinct is, and he's correct all the time. So I'm not saying you should bet against what DK tells you to say, but I'm just saying.
So we are now 7-19 in this new 162. I think, are we doing 162 or 80? I can't remember which one we're doing here. But we are 7-19.
We're doing 1,290 bets in a row, DK.
We've lost 6 in a row, and we are $143.36 in the hole. Not good. Not good. Considering we were coming off a season in which we finished $200-something in the hole. So we're well close to $350 in the hole.
Can't stop now.
In our last 2 seasons of betting. It's got to turn around at some point, right? You would think it's got could tonight be the night? Because, they like to throw out the bets when Paul Skeens is on the mound. So let's find out what we have tonight.
NL Cy Young favorite Paul Skeens takes the mound today for the Pirates. I'm Kate Constable, here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Skeens will face a Blue Jays team that's won 3 of its last 4 games and has Kevin Gausman on the bump today. With the lack of run support that the Pirates have provided Skeens this season, there's value in backing Toronto as a short -105 underdog on the money line over at BetMGM. I'm Kate Constable from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
All right, so there you go. Blue Jays over Paul Skeens and the Pirates tonight. -105 on the money line. That $12.90 bet of yours at BetMGM will get you $12.29. If you like to bet locally here, we now invite you to go over to Casino del Sol, our new betting sponsor. So head on over to Casino del Sol. You cannot bet them online. Unfortunately, you actually have to physically go into the Casino del Sol to make those bets at their sports book. We used to have our show there back in the day on away game Saturdays. It's a cool little spot to go in and watch games. They've got a bunch of TVs, food, drink, and all of that good stuff. So head on over to the Casino del Sol and place your bet on the Blue Jays over the Pirates on the money line at -105. That game gets going on here in about 14 minutes.
The prophecy is coming true, by the way.
Yes.
What's that?
Skeens currently leads Major League Baseball in ERA. Skeens has a losing record. So we talked about this a couple months ago. He's going to lead majors in ERA and have a losing record. He's 7-9 on the season, 2.13.
Yep. This one is one of the situations where, as much as I like the idea of going against the narrative, J-Dub, I'm not going to have to go away from tuna on toast today. It's still a tuna on toast day. It's not the time for chicken salad on rye, untoasted with a cup of tea. Now, you take the bet and you make sure that whenever the Pirates batters are the ones that are going to be the deciding factor for you, you bet against them. Absolutely. You stick with this one for today.
Well, and we've got another side bet on this game as well. BetMGM Network saying take the over 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings of these games. Now, and the reason they're saying this is because right now, apparently the people are betting 88%. So 80 because of Skeens, 88% of, and Gaussman, who's pretty good too, Kevin Gaussman on the mound tonight for the Blue Jays, 88% of the bettors right now are taking the under on the first 5. So BetMGM is saying take the over 3.5 runs on the first half, which is a plus bet right now at BetMGM at plus 110, which means your $12.90 bet will win you back $14.90.
So the Pirates have scored 5 or more runs twice in their last 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blue Jays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the last 10 games.
Yeah, and I think a majority of the reason why people are saying to take that bet for the under through the first 3 innings. Let's not forget, Skeens only went 4 innings in his last appearance. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, and only 4 strikeouts. This is coming off of a very bad game.
On that note, clearly the pitch count for his rookie season and this year, like clearly they're thinking long term. They want him to be around for decades.
Yeah, no,
right.
No reason for him to get shellacked too much, especially considering that the 4 innings he already threw 93 pitches.
Yeah.
So I'm not totally flabbergasted at the idea of that. Oh no, take the over on the runs here.
All right, so Blue Jays over the Pirates on the money line, minus 105, and the over 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings at plus 110. Those are your BetMGM Network top plays for today. Brought to you locally by nobody currently, so that's your opportunity to jump on board and sponsor our betting chats every single day. I promise you, we are going to start winning here. We are. This is as low in the hole. In terms of wins and losses, 12 games under 500. I think that's the lowest we've been ever.
Summertime is so hard because you're talking tennis, golf, you're talking the Major League Baseball season.
Just bet on Scott Scheffler, right?
Yeah, and the Major League Baseball season's so up and down, and you just said it yourself, it's a lot of highs and lows. I think once you get into NFL and college football, it's a lot more predictable. So I think that's where the numbers start turning around when you're exclusively betting on a lot of those. Because I mean, even if you pick the favorite to win a major in golf, right, or tennis, the odds of that happening are slim. I mean, it was always Tiger versus the field, right? So it doesn't matter how dominant somebody is. So a lot of those are a little iffier, but I think the NFL and college football is where it's going to turn around for sure.
Okay, well, let's hope so. In fact, we said, I promised you that we'll get you some of our futures this week. So maybe later in the show, if not tomorrow, we'll start getting you some of those futures in college and professional football that we've got on our list and decide if we want to take those moving forward. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Straight ahead, it was a good Sunday for the Arizona soccer team. They got a win. We'll dive into that and let you hear from the ladies. DK on the sports tip. It is cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic. Slowdowns both directions on Ajo Way at Mission Road, also on northbound Keno Parkway approaching and passing I-10. Collisions that are reported Valencia west of Alvernon, Park Avenue in Drexel, and also Sabino and Cloud Road and Sabino Canyon. And I'm Cricket, and your weather, by the way, 15% chance of rain today and 102 right now. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com.
It's DK on the sports tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
A Cinco de Mayo party tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Maybe I'll see if I can get somebody to come in and maybe do some mixology. And
it's just sweet and sour that we're drinking on air, right? Like there's no actual adult cocktails in there.
Whatever.
Mocktails.
Exactly.
Insert big wink, nudge, nudge.
DK on the sports tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again. with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
So hot. I can help you.
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought, this AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
My hero!
To advertise up to 40% off at Tobacco Barn, paying no city or state sales tax, and saving up to $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, I'm going to jump from this airplane at 30,000 feet.
I hope he's careful.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products. You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Wait, where's the ripcord?
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Oh no, he forgot his parachute. I did it!
Hooray!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco. Captain, you seem a little shorter. I prefer vertically challenged, my dear.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Or did everyone else get taller?
Oh, brother.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice first.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
I'm Bill Ryder of the Sports Minute. Someone has got to stop the Big Ten. This idea, this notion of greed meets stupidity, that they would even consider a 28-team college football playoff model is a massive, massive way to destroy the sport itself. This speaks to the Big Ten being power drunk with its success over the last 2 years, and this notion needs to be squashed immediately. I'm Bill Ryder.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's Ocean Waves and Kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Call us or text us. Among the things we're talking about so far today, what was that moment for you when you arrived on your college campus that let you know that you were in college, that you were here, that you had arrived on your college years? It is orientation week here in Southern Arizona as the students are beginning to arrive back in town. Classes will start a week from today, which will be our first game week of the season as the Wildcats get ready to take on Hawaii at Arizona Stadium a week from this coming Saturday. Arizona soccer is 2-0. It took them into the 87th minute to decide yesterday's game with UC Irvine.
Just a little over 15 minutes remaining in this one. Ball played up ahead, left side, giving chase. Here come the Cats. And it's going to be a corner kick here for Arizona. Into the mixer. The header, back to the net, goal! Arizona!
Ninth time is the charm. Lily Boydston there with the corner kick, connects with it. Looked like it was Kennedy Fletcher who found her way on the end of it. Great technique from her, gets on over the ball, shoves it back in the net with some authority.
1-0 the final on Sunday, getting that goal in the final 4 minutes of the contest on a hot day over at Mulcahy Stadium on the Murphy Field pitch, but the ladies come out on top. They are now 2-0 on the season. They have scored 6 goals in their 2 games. They have yet to allow a goal in their 2 games this season, both at home.
This time last year, wasn't it Nicole Dallin with 6 goals and Arizona with 6 goals
in
thing?
one game? Right. Kennedy Fletcher scoring that goal off the assist by Lily Boydston. Again, Lily, one of the transfers on this roster, coming over from Arkansas, and pretty solid performance again for the defense. And we said the defense is going to be the strong part of this Arizona soccer team this season. They've just got so much experience there on the backside. Olivia Ramey only needed to handle 1 ball in the ball game to get the clean sheet.
And of course, because Coach Moros is all about possession, like her entire style is ball possession. So when you have that great defense, Dragon Ball, and then you can hold possession on your side of the field, it leads to situations like that where you only get maybe 1 try on your goalie.
Yeah, no, you have the first game where they score 5 goals in the contest where they won against UNLV, and now you see what it's like when it's a 1-0 game, a close scoring game. Their ability to control the ball is going to end up paying dividends for them, especially considering, again, it's going to be a tough season once you get into Big 12 play. How well you can keep the other team at the very least in that middle third. If you can keep them in that spot for a majority of the contest, you've won practically half the game. If you can get that one little push, like we saw there, we heard there, I should say, on that highlight, 1 corner kick is sometimes all you need to go ahead and get that 1 score to come away with a victory. So good on them to be able to show that they can both run up a score and get a lot of points, and they can also slow the game down and get those key possessions when they need it.
Let's hear from the ladies after the 1-0 winning result. Kennedy Fletcher, Sammy Batosh, midfielder Maya Brown. On the defensive side, I believe Sammy Batosh will be the first voice you hear.
Fourth, and then eventually find those pockets of space where we could get behind them and find the forwards and behind their line and then get that cross off. But yeah, they were in that low block, so it was kind of hard, especially the whole game. We kind of found it more, I think, in the second half. We made a few adjustments, but yeah, they were good at that low block.
Yeah. One thing I noticed in the first half in particular is your work off the ball was really strong. And what instructions or thoughts did you guys go in with on that?
Well, we've been working on playing the higher player and then playing the lower player underneath, like give and goes, all throughout this entire week. So just find if if the forward gets the ball, run underneath them and then play them behind. We need people to get underneath to make like opportunities, I guess.
And then I think once we find the ball underneath, we knew our forwards had width to attack down the sideline. So it's once we find it underneath, bounce it wide to Narissa, Rose, whoever's out wide, KJ, and we trusted their speed to beat them in that 1v1 attack.
And the goal, what'd you see? What happened?
I saw Lily place that perfect ball in back post, and I knew like it was our one chance to attack it. 3 minutes left. I saw the girl like kind of turn her back, the one that was defending back post, and I just knew if I raised up, kind of like put my arm out and just push through it right back onto the goal, it was going to go in. So it was definitely nice to get a header goal, get a goal set pieces. I know it's a team we've been working that a ton, and it just like showed our grit throughout the game. I think it was coming for a long time, and it's good to finally get one.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on set pieces a lot, making sure we're committing to our run. So it opened up Kennedy well on the back post and working on that header technique, which she got it down. So I looked back and saw her go up for it. I knew it was going in.
And defensively, what'd you see from them that you were had to react to?
Yeah, I mean, defensively, they were coming at us pretty strong, not a super high press. So we did have time on the ball. And I think that's when we needed to like settle down and take our time in possession. And then from us as a back line was just like staying organized, making sure we're side on, reading that long ball because they started to play that a lot more in the second half. So we could easily sweep it up, give it back to Liv, and then reset our possession from there.
And what sometimes you have the Thursday night game and then Sunday game with in weather like this, and the two teams can be a little bit more, that you can tell they're adjusting to it by playing slower or whatever. I didn't really see that from you. So what adjustments did you make for dealing with the heat and fatigue?
I mean, we've always said the more we're on the ball, the less we have to run. So that's key for us is limiting turnovers. So making sure we're just moving off the ball. And then also for us is our resting defense shape. So if we can win the ball closer up to our goal, we're not having to make those 10, 20-yard runs back, which saves our energy when we're attacking.
Yeah, double teams too.
Yeah. We love to put in the hard work like sooner than later, because like one or two people put in the work, then all 11 of us don't have to win it back quickly.
The other thing is on Friday's game, you scored so many so early that it was a very different match. And this, you had a lot of chances, but it didn't bear fruit. And how was that frustrating, or did you just know that this is how this game's going to work?
I just think our team's super resilient. Like, we can deal with both scenarios. We knew and we trusted in our ability to put one in the back of the net. So I think we saw the chances we were getting, and we knew what one of them were going to go in. So we just kept playing our game, trusting in each other that we're going to find the back of the net at some point.
For all of you, so what was going through your mind in the final minutes before the goal?
I think it was just, we got to go. We got to get in their half. We got to get chances. We got to put it on our all. If we have 90% left, we give them 90. If we have 50% left, we get the 50. We just give it our all, and we get in their half. And I think our outside forwards did a great job attacking the end line to get us those corners and set pieces. And so I think it was just like a go, go, go mentality.
Yeah, me too. Like, I was like, there's 2 minutes left. Let's just play to the final whistle. Like, give it everything we got.
Yeah, I mean, our team saying this year is all in. So we keep saying that. We keep pushing. Like, everything you got, you're in for it. If you don't give it your all, you're not giving what the team needs of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, all in is the motto this year for Arizona soccer. I like that. That was Kennedy Fletcher, Maya Brown, Sammy Batosh after a 1-0 winning result over UC Irvine on Sunday. Now the ladies will be back at it. They'll head out onto the road. They'll play just once this week. It'll be a close road trip to New Mexico State down to Las Cruces. They'll take on the Aggies coming up Thursday night in a match that'll start at 6 o'clock. And then they will go on the road the following weekend, Thursday and Sunday, to the Bay Area to take on their former Pac-12 sisters as they'll play Stanford on Thursday the 28th in an afternoon affair. And then they'll play California on Sunday, August the 31st, also in an afternoon affair. The next home game will be 2 weeks from this coming Thursday, when the Wildcats will come home to take on the University of Denver. They'll play Denver and Pepperdine the weekend of September the 4th and September the 7th. So another tune-up of sorts this coming week, and then 2 really tough games on the road in the Bay Area against schools that they're very familiar with. I'm sure there's still girls or young women on this team that played in Pac-12 games against Stanford and California, but that won't be the case for very many years. There's going to be, because this is such a young team with so many freshmen and sophomores. In a few years, there'll be no memories left.
So weird
of the Pac-12.
So weird.
Exactly.
And we know the Cardinal is always so good. And I don't know about their roster this year, DK, but last year they finished 7th in the country. They only lost 5 times. So as far as being 2-0 is amazing, and that first huge challenge, the Cardinal are always going to be there and always going to be, and it's such a great measuring stick when you get a chance to go out of conference and play a top team like that early.
Yeah, no, Stanford, they were, if you would have told me without saying the team name about the North Carolina stat that you have for us, I would have thought it was Stanford that had that kind of success. So excited to see them potentially go ahead and get a matchup against that, really test to see their mettle against a squad like Stanford.
DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program. If you went to the scrimmage on Saturday night at Arizona Stadium, I want to hear from you. What were your thoughts? I'll dive into some of what I took away, my top takeaways from the scrimmage, the open scrimmage Sunday. I keep saying Saturday night. Sunday night, there was no football on Saturday night. They canceled practice due to the heavy monsoon that fell on the downtown
Wilbur
area.
And Wilma.
Oh, my God.
Poor Wilbur and Wilma.
Did you see the video of them running through the rain?
Get cover.
Oh, my God.
Get to cover.
Get to cover, for sure. Dragon Ball's got everything happening in sports here in Southern Arizona, as well as sports around the world.
Well, building off of their strong week of practice last week, the Arizona defense looks to be continuing that stretch. Genesis Smith collecting an interception in the first period of Sunday's scrimmage. Now, defensive backs coach Chip Viney spoke on the tenacity of the squad has shown up to this point, saying the young men as a unit have all answered when they've been asked to shore things up.
You know what? I would say these guys have shown up every single day that we've asked them to, and they've played with nothing but red line. The most important thing to me is when we've called things out, these guys have owned it and they've made an attempt to fix it. And that's all you can ask these guys to do. I don't think we're anywhere near where we want to be. We still have some days left, and we're going to attack and approach it as such. But these young men are definitely showing up every day, giving us everything they got.
Arizona continues to go ahead and have their prep work for the home opener against Hawaii on the 30th next Saturday. And some sad news to report as former Arizona pitcher James Ferris, a member of the Wildcats baseball 2012 College World Series title team, has passed away. Ferris had been battling liver cancer for some time. Ferris appeared in 48 games with 47 starts, including the championship clinching win over South Carolina, where he threw 7 2/3 scoreless innings and a 4-1 win. Ferris was 33 years old, and fans can still go and donate to the GoFundMe page that was started in May for Ferris, with all donations going towards his family, including wife Madeline and 2-year-old son Gatlin. Major League Baseball could be coming to new cities, according to Commissioner Rob Manfred during the Little League Classic. Realignment was on his mind, including expansion, with the idea of expanding, providing the league with an opportunity to geographically realign to save players from wear and tear in terms of travel, according to the quote. Now, the last expansion for Major League Baseball, you remember, was 1998 with the Diamondbacks and the Rays, though trouble could follow that dream for the commissioner. Current talks about the CBA coming to an end in 2026 and expected negotiations being tense, with owners potentially broaching the idea of a salary cap. And I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Slowing for Keno Parkway near I-10, also both directions of travel on Ajo Way at Mission Road. Collisions, Valencia west of Alvernon, Park Avenue in Drexel, and also Sabino Canyon and Cloud Road. 15% chance of rain today and 103 tomorrow, 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER.
This is it, Tucson. The Indoor Football National Championship comes to the Tucson Convention Center. Saturday, August 23rd. The Vegas Nighthawks face off against the Green Bay Blizzard for the ultimate title. And you can be there for every hard-hitting and high-scoring moment. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at goifl.com. Be part of the action, feel the energy, and witness history in the making. The IFL National Championship, Saturday, August 23rd at the Tucson Convention Center.
Back to UberTube expert Eugene Snurkle and his best friend Doug.
Eugene, is it true you can't fix your car's air conditioning, so you're moving to Alaska or the North Pole or something?
Sorry, Doug. I meant to tell you, but I just can't seem to crack the code on fixing my car's AC.
Sorry to interrupt, Eugene, but we all know how this needs to end with a trip to Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Hi folks, Sean Furrier here with some sizzling summer specials. Besides the chilly prices on AC repair and big tire rebates, we've also got Duramax 5-year free replacement batteries on sale this month with a $25 installation credit. That means free installation for most cars and trucks.
Seems a bit extreme.
Yes, Doug, an extremely tough battery built for Arizona, and you can be extremely confident in the Duramax 5-year free replacement guarantee. So for award-winning service, call or stop by one of our 14 area locations or make an appointment online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
The countdown to Arizona football is on.
Fires the pass towards the back corner. Touchdown, Arizona. It was Hunter. Yeah, Chris Hunter.
When Chris Hunter and the Cats take the field on August 30th, you'll hear it right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, we'll arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right. What's right? What the singing people just said.
Gary, you have your earbuds in. I don't know what you're hearing.
Oh, this.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, we'll arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right.
Hi, guys. What's right? That I have my earbuds in. No, you don't.
We were listening to the singing people.
Maybe I should go out and come back in again.
It's the thing about how we arrive in one day or your repair is free.
Oh, right. It's the Alaskan AC guarantee, so people aren't left waiting for a repairman. Don't we have singing people for that? Yes. Here, use my earbuds. Gross.
Just play it, Gary.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, we'll arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right.
I know, right?
Right. I'm glad we had this meeting.
AlaskanAC.com.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station, your home for the National Football League, starting with the Hall of Fame game through the regular season into the playoffs and ending in the Super Bowl. Wildcats Radio, 1290.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2 of our program, 520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in and be a part of it. Monday, it's our first game week in terms of high school football. We do have high school football games coming up this weekend. Conferences 1, 2, and 3 will get underway this weekend, and then you'll have conferences 4, 5, and 6 starting off the following weekend. So we will have games. We are planning to be out at a school and at a game on Friday night. We hope to let you know that tomorrow. We will also be out at Marana on Thursday for their annual Fall Athletics Media Day. Looking forward to getting out there to David's alma mater, to Dragon Ball's alma mater. Hopefully without any monsoon storms. Keep our fingers crossed, because I think it rained a little bit last year. Not quite as much.
Yeah, not as quite as much.
We were out there last year.
The rain wasn't the issue; it was the wind.
The wind and a couple of the thunderclaps when I was there the last time.
I had a question. When are we going to do our annual 2-hour, hour-long segment on the realignment from teams jumping from 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 and 1 to 2?
Gosh.
Because every year we have that conversation.
We do.
Hard to keep track.
It's like, and then this year, I haven't really talked to you about this year. I mean, it kind of, again, it's the classic, a small group of people mess it up for everybody kind of scenario, where now you've got to.
That's going to be the name of my autobiography.
You've got to have background checks to even cover high school sports this year. You have to submit a background check in order to do it. And I'm looking at this, they're saying that, these, background checks cost money. It's like, you're telling me if I want to credential 5 people to go to a high school football game, I got to pay $250 annually in background checks. It's like, you're seriously? Come on. People don't have, we're small potatoes operations here. We don't have that kind of money to be throwing around on background.
It must be 30 years since I've been fingerprinted.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, they did tell me that we could go through. They did say that we could go through the company that did our company background check. So I'm going to see if I can just send them that information to get everyone that needs to be credentialed for this season. But we will still be out doing some high school football. Looking forward to that this season, and we'll hopefully have an announcement for you tomorrow on where we'll be for our first episode of It's Almost Friday Night, coming up this Friday night. But again, we'll be out at Marana High School on Thursday for Media Day, and look forward to talking to all their athletes between football and volleyball. And I remember last year we talked to cross country. There was a whole host of cheerleaders.
Golf, right?
Were in the house. The golf teams. Yeah, we talked to pretty much everybody. Last year, we were out at Marana High School. Looking forward to that again this year. All right, David mentioned at the top of the hour a very sad day in the University of Arizona family with the passing of James Ferris, who had been battling liver cancer, a member of the 2012 National Championship team here at the University of Arizona. He was just a sophomore on that team, so he was really one of the youngsters on that squad, but worked his way into the rotation, was essentially the Sunday pitcher that entire season, appeared in 48 games, made 47 starts for the University of Arizona, and as you heard David mention, got the start in the clinching Game 2 of the championship finals against South Carolina back in 2012, pitched 7 2/3 innings in a 4-1 win. You still have vivid memories of Rob Refsnyder catching that ball to end that championship for the Wildcats, the most recent of their baseball championships in 2012. James would go on to be drafted by the Chicago Cubs in the 9th round of the 2014 draft, so 11 years ago. Spent about 3 years in the minor leagues. Did not pitch that long. Did get up to make it as high as AAA after leaving the Cubs organization and going to the Colorado Rockies, but was never able to get a big league call up and retired from baseball. And as David said, I had a wife, Madeline, 2-year-old son, Gatlin. There is a GoFundMe page. So head on over to GoFundMe.com. Donate to ease James Ferris's journey is the name of this GoFundMe page. The goal, $100,000. They've already raised close to $69,000. So still some money to be raised there to get to their goal to help support James's wife, Madeline, and their young son, Gatlin. Truly a sad story, just 33 years old. But the memories we have of James Ferris in that 2012 run with that team. Again, like I said, I've been here 17 years. Definitely one of the favorite teams that I've covered in my 17 years with Kurt Heyer and Alex Mejia and Seth Mejias-Breen out of Cienega High School on those rosters. Just all the guys that were on that particular team that helped to lift the Wildcats to their 4th national championship. And we definitely want to send our prayers and thoughts out to James Ferris's family, his wife Madeline, and all of those that loved him, including his teammates in this sorrowful time. James will definitely be remembered as a Wildcat for life. Forever 33. 33 was the number that James Ferris wore here at the University of Arizona. If you have memories of James Ferris, if you interacted with him while he was a student here at the University of Arizona, we want to hear from you. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. If there's a game you remember that he appeared in, we'd love to hear your thoughts on James and what he meant to you being a part of this Wildcat family, for sure. All right, I mentioned we do have Monday Night Football tonight. It is the Bengals and the Commanders, so we'll get a chance to see Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Played in just one game. Talk about an Arizona Wildcats short-timer. Played in just one game for the Arizona Wildcats, but a Wildcat nonetheless, and now in the National Football League as a late-round pick, 6th-round pick with a chance to potentially make this roster. And J-Dub, we were talking before the show, it looks like that the window for him to make this roster may be opening a little bit wider.
Yeah, it's looking like there's going to be a situation right now with Brian Robinson with the Commanders. They've officially agreed with the two of them that they're going to sit him for tonight's game and potentially look for a trade partner. Now, what that means is that this doesn't mean Ja'Cory's getting the starting spot right away.
Right.
You got to remember, this is also a team that has Austin Eckler, who has had a very long career in the NFL to this point. Had a couple of spots, a couple of great spots there with the Chargers, if you recall. Now over with the Commanders. What Ja'Cory can do tonight is definitely give himself a lot more of an opportunity to get those extra reps in the regular season. I imagine at the very least, if a trade partner is found, that this will at the very least guarantee Ja'Cory will make the 53-man roster. If they can't find a trade partner, then the Commanders got to make a decision. Do they go ahead and they release him? Do they keep him on? Do they keep looking for a trade partner? What does that mean? Because eventually you have to make a decision before that 53-man cut day happens, because if you keep him on, then that leaves a spot where do you put Ja'Cory on the practice squad, run the risk of somebody else picking him up? But good look right now for Ja'Cory to potentially be on that 53-man roster at the very least. But got to be interesting to see what he does tonight against the Bengals.
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr., as you mentioned, trying to get a contract extension. Neither he or Terry McLaurin expected to play in that ball game, both embroiled in contract situations. Though, let's hear from Ja'Cory just on the dream of playing on Monday night. Even though it's a preseason game, it's still Monday night.
It'll be amazing. Like, this is something I always dreamed of doing. Prime time, just being able to play in the National Football League. It's a dream of mine, and I'm definitely excited to just go out there and compete, and also just be in front of the home crowd and the home team. And I look forward to Monday night for sure.
I mentioned 27 yards for Ja'Cory in his first game as as a Commander. His goals for game number 2 tonight?
Just being a good teammate, doing my job and winning.
Break a 40-yarder maybe?
Yeah, like putting some impressive stuff on film, like eye-opening, and I think it's definitely going to come.
Yeah, well, there you go. You got to put things on tape because, again, everybody's watching. If there's not a roster spot with the Washington Commanders, there could be a roster spot with one of the other 29-plus teams in the National Football League. Ja'Cory also just talked about how he tries to, at times, make something happen, even on plays where maybe there's nothing there for him.
That's something that I try to just bring to my game because I know every play is not going to be perfect. And if I can make someone miss it in the backfield and get back to the line of scrimmage, it's still a good play. So, I mean, that's something I definitely value in doing in my game.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Arizona Wildcats running back last season. Monday Night Football tonight. It'll be the Bengals and the Commanders. That game will kick off at the top of the hour, so we'll keep an eye on Ja'Cory and how things work out for him in Week 2 of the NFL preseason. That will wrap up Week 2 of the NFL preseason, with Week 3 traditionally being the game where we see a lot of the starters get significant playing time ahead of the final phases of NFL training camp.
The old dress rehearsal game, as they like to call it.
Dress rehearsal, exactly. How did you feel about what you saw from your team this weekend? 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. For my guys, obviously Shedeur Sanders played in game 1 at quarterback. He did not play in game 2. He was hurt. Dylan Gabriel played, and except for the fact he threw a pick 6, he didn't do a bad job. Got sacked a couple times, but was pretty efficient in passing the football.
Yeah, but what about the controversy?
Oh yeah, he did say something. He did say something that got him.
Again,
and it's
what he said was some people are entertainers and some people are out there competing,
Right.
and they took that. The dumb internet took that to mean he was talking about Shedeur.
Right.
Clearly, he was talking about media. What was the famous quote? They do it for clicks, we do it for wins. That's the whole thing. Is that clearly the entertainment side of that is the media trying to get as many people to click on their headline as possible.
Yep.
There you go. So there's always controversy.
But I know Mr. Elite will be your starter Week 1, DK.
Hey, there we go.
Mr. Elite, Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, named the starter of the Cleveland Browns. There you go. All right, we are joined by the 4th member of our team today. Cricket joins us. So, did you get rain on Saturday where you live?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
How about you, J-Dub? You guys kind of live close to each other, no?
Yeah, we're not too far, but yeah, we got quite a bit of rain actually.
So we were
right in that pocket. So north of us was sunlight, south of us was sunlight, and it rained on us for a good 45 minutes or an hour.
Did you get any rain, Dragon Ball, where you were? No.
I got maybe a couple sprinkles here and there. I heard enough of a sprinkle, like it made a little sound on my patio in the back. But nothing that was going to make any kind of legitimate rain.
It is sometimes amazing to me. So my wife and I we ended up going to that Brews and Bites event, which was up at Dove Mountain.
Oh, cool.
So we're way up at Dove Mountain, and it is, it is absolutely beautiful up there. The sun is out. It's hitting the mountains. You got this great scenic view of the sunset, and I'm picking up my phone, and I'm seeing the 2 trains collide during the monsoon in downtown, and I'm like, what are they talking about? It's not even raining where I am. It continues to amaze me how the monsoon operates, and certain areas can get just like crushed while we're sitting up in the with the rich folks at Dove Mountain just enjoying tea on the patio.
Rich people don't need water. Don't they have enough already? Come on.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Well, out on their beautiful golf course. But yeah, great event up there. So, oh my God, stuffed ourselves tasting with bites of some of the restaurants around town. I don't know if you they had who was up there? I can't even remember half the places that were up there. But it's the old biker bar that's now a barbecue joint there on Speedway. I went there about a week ago.
Bashful Bandit.
Bashful Bandit. Thank you very much. They were up there. I don't know if you ever had any of their. Have you ever been there? Have you been there yet?
I have not yet.
You got to go.
I hear it's good.
Do you like barbecue at all? Or?
I do at times. Yeah.
It's really. It's not a punch palace anymore. Unless you want to punch the meats or anything like that, like Rocky used to do. But they've got you can actually watch them. They have an outdoor smoking area, not smoking like cigarettes, but an outdoors where they smoke the meats and that kind of thing. And you can watch them do that.
And it smells so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was really, really good. And a lot of the breweries were there. Catalina Brewing Company was there. It was a really, really fun event to get out and just taste some different things and drink some different beers. Definitely a good time. While of course everything was like I said, it was raining down in town. I don't know if you guys saw the football field. The football field was like completely mudded out.
Yeah.
They had to
Really?
go. Oh my gosh, it was like it reminded
They
me of what
drained
happened.
a pipe. They put a pipe in backwards or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was like. It was just like brown mud everywhere. They had to go in totally. I didn't think they canceled practice Saturday night. I didn't think they'd be able to practice Sunday, but they went in there and they cleaned it all out, and it was all good to go by last night. So the effects of the monsoon on southern Arizona, depending on where you live, can be very vastly different, as we have come to learn, for sure. All right, Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
And from the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowdowns. This is due to road work at Alvernon and Grant Road, and also more road work and slowing on Campbell at 6th Street. Our typical slowdowns westbound on Ajo Way approaching Mission, and a collision reported Stone Avenue and River Road. 15% chance of rain today, 103 tomorrow, and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
The jungle has moved afternoon, so grab your best Tucson tuxedo and join us on the Jim Rome Show weekdays from noon till 3 p.m. right here on the flagship home of your Arizona Wildcats, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport, because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
All right, she's inside. Are you good?
Yeah. It's just, she's my baby girl, you know?
I do, and ceramic coating was a good choice.
She's beautiful.
Yep, I know.
Recon Auto Detailing. Enhance or restore your baby to her former glory with paint recondition, ceramic coating, paint protection, tinting, and more for full protection of your vehicle inside and out. New cars, old cars, we love them all. Recon Auto Detailing, 3829 North Oracle Road, Tucson. ReconDetail.com.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Average doesn't grow your business. Smart Strategy does. Cumulus digital campaigns outperform industry benchmarks by over 25%. You're not average, and your results shouldn't be either. Visit cumulusdigital.com today to leave average behind.
Advantage Air Mechanical, the team you can
When it comes to the comfort and indoor air quality of your home and office, Advantage Air Mechanical has you covered. Breathing healthy air and having reliable air conditioning is important. If you or someone you know is in need of air conditioning services or a new system installation, we are here to help. Advantage Air Mechanical, 792-9400, AZROC 214570.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
We bring you all the news and stories of your Arizona Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Wildcats Radio 1290 for the latest highlights and commentary. Your home for U of A athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
I'm Chris Sylvester with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. 15 Week 2 preseason games in the books, capped off by the Bears and Bills on Sunday night. Former number 1 overall pick Caleb Williams in his first game action under new head coach Ben Johnson went 6 of 10 for 107 yards and a touchdown in 2 series. Bills quarterback Josh Allen did not play. Meanwhile, the Bengals contract stalemate with pass rusher Trey Hendrickson has taken another turn. NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero report Cincinnati is now listening to trade offers for the 4-time Pro Bowler after talks hit an impasse. Rappaport adds any deal will be costly, likely requiring a young player and a future pick. Hendrickson entering the final year of his deal, averaging $21 million per season. And the Eagles are acquiring wide receiver John Mechie III and a 2026 6th-round pick from the Texans in exchange for tight end Harrison Bryant and a 2026 5th-round pick, also according to Tom Pelissero. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We had I threw out a question of the day over the weekend for you. We'll dive into that right now here. Sometimes we'll do that. We'll give you a little something to chew on over the weekend that maybe we talked about during the week but didn't have a chance to get real far into. But we did talk about this on Friday, as it had to do with the Michigan Wolverines and being punished for their sign-stealing scandal. And the sheer thought that I was not aware last week that legalized scouting was still not allowed in college football. Legalized advanced scouting is still not legal. It's completely illegal.
Off-campus scouting of an opponent that's on your schedule.
Right, exactly. You cannot do that. You still cannot do that in the national. You can do it in the National Football League. You cannot do it in college football. So our question of the day was, in light of what had happened with the Michigan Wolverines sign-stealing scandal, should advanced scouting now be legalized in college football like it is in the National Football League? That was our question of the day. 100% of the people that voted in this poll said that indeed there should be advanced scouting in college football like there is in the National Football League, and I am on board with that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, the idea being like with, you would think of it in two senses. Like back in the 60s, 50s, you didn't have access to cameras in your pocket. You couldn't tape things. So clearly anybody who had insider information. But the other side of that coin, guys, is in modern age, what it was filming signs. We're not talking about plays. We're talking about being able to anticipate what it is that your opponent's going to run. And that was the big issue, was they weren't filming the plays. They were filming what they were relaying to the players prior to the play, and that's the big issue with that.
If you want to film a team based on their formations with the all-22 camera, fine. That's something that anyone is going to see, even the most basic.
They get printouts like 5 seconds after the play happens.
Yeah,
right?
And it used to be you would get printouts. Nowadays, it's just on your iPad or on your tablet on the sideline. That's not a big issue. You can get the all-22 view if you're a couch potato armchair quarterback sitting at home. It's not that hard. When you're filming the sideline the entire game, looking for specific coaches that are giving away signals, no, that's a different aspect in its entirety.
And I don't believe, and again, I don't think, again, I think when you're talking about advanced scouting, I don't think electronics should be involved in that. I think it should be scouting should still be what it's always been, and that's one man, one man or one woman, two eyes. And it's what you see with your eyes. There's no electronics involved. There's no filming involved. It's what you can decipher with your eyes, taking notes, and then relaying that back to your head coach, your general manager, your scouting staff, or whoever to get your team ready to play a game.
I just assume everybody who wears glasses has a camera in them
at
this point.
The Google Glass. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But, there's no question that JP the Wild Man checked in on this particular question of the day. He says, this has been going on for years and years, even at the high school level. That's why it's a skill to learn signs and to learn how to stop it from happening. And again, it goes back to simplistic baseball. Simplistic baseball that we all learned growing up. These are our signs. This is our indicator, whether it's, the coach pulling his earlobe or I think for one of my coaches, it was like the indicator was second sign, hand across the chest. So whatever the first sign was nothing, whatever the second sign was the one you were looking for. And if you went hands across the chest, that's what it was.
And then you just change it to first or third for the next game,
and then you just change it. You just continually change it. We had a different indicator every game. And that was the fun of baseball. We had a different indicator. You go over what the indicator is. I mean, the sign is still the same. The indicator is generally the thing that changes from game to game. And I just see, to me, it's crazy that we're not far enough along that we can have advanced scouting in college athletics. It's mind-boggling.
Speaking of insider information, I have a question of the hour for you because the story just broke. That the Oklahoma Sooners, did you read this?
No.
They're going to be offering access, DK. My question to you, here's my question of the hour for David Kelly.
That's question of the hour. Now we got question of the hour.
Well, this just came out. So my question of the hour for David Kelly is, how much would you sell your press credentials for a big game for?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did hear this. You can get now into the press conference, right?
They are selling access to post-game pressers. The game against Michigan is $700 for two people.
Like, do you really want to sit in a press conference after a game? I mean, I guess if that's something you felt like you never did or something like that, but seriously, I don't know that's really
I think
exciting.
the idea of it far outweighs the reality of it. Those of us who've been in those rooms, are pretty much just trying to get your quote so you can write your story and get out. But I think anybody who hasn't had that experience, it could be a novel thing. But are you going to want to sit in Dragon Ball on every single post-media availability?
If a coach is going to give you the Bill Belichick, we're focusing on Oklahoma.
Right.
If that's the answer that you're if that's the answer that the major press is getting from the coach,
now,
what makes you think that you with your $700 press pass is going to get any better of an answer?
Now, for $700, I get to ask my own question of the coach.
I
or
don't
player,
believe
then
you're
that-
actually
then
a part of
that's-
the
that might be
media.
different. That might be different. I might pay for that.
I don't think you actually get the option of asking questions, from what I understand. I think you're just a fly on the wall.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would want to ask a question for sure. But that, hey, again, we're selling everything now.
Right.
We're selling sideline seating at games now too. So every year is something new this is when they talk about fan engagement, this is what they're talking about. How can we keep fans engaged in the process? And it goes back to what I've talked about for years about how, in terms of Major League Baseball now, and how the Diamondbacks just played a weekend series in Denver, which I think they've done a great job. Now there was hardly anybody there because they stink this year, but they've done a tremendous job of remodeling that ballpark into social areas where you can stand and watch the game. I think
Got to give the people a reason to be there.
I think they're one of the best at that. I mean, I've talked about how they've redone the ballpark where I'm from in Cleveland to allow for more standing social areas. I think Denver was ahead of the curve in doing that at Coors Field. For sure. But and it's the same way. It's kind of like we're starting to see that in some NFL stadiums. It's not as much in some, but there are, even when I was at the Cardinals games last year, they're starting to create some areas where people can congregate and stand and watch the games, and that's cool. Now, I don't know if on the field is where I want to be per se, because I like to be able to watch the game, and I want to be able to see the game, and I like being high for football, but I mean, there's going to be fans that are
elevated. We've been over this. You want to be elevated.
You want to be at a higher elevation.
I want to be a higher elevation.
Right.
But you know what? If those are people who want to be social and would have stayed out at the tailgate instead of coming into the stadium, and now you can get them to come into the stadium to actually be there, then so be it. So be it. If that's what gets more people into the stadium who probably don't really care that much about what's happening on the field unless something really, really great happens. They're really going more for the social aspect of it.
They want
to
picture
gets them there, then great.
They want a picture of how cute their food is.
Yes. Oh man, there's a new page out there that I'm able to. Some friends of mine showed me about what stadium food looks like across different countries. Oh man, I thought it was bad in the U.S. with some of the actual food, what it looks like. No, we've got it way better off than.
Are you talking about the gallon of shake with 6 donuts and through the straws, that kind of stuff?
That kind of stuff, yeah. But I'm just meaning more so if you've ever seen what a hot dog looks like in the UK at an everyday mid-level soccer game.
Sure.
Oh man, our hot dogs are way better off. They're not that bad in comparison.
You would hope that America would do hot dogs right.
Yes.
Sooner Magic Memories. That's what they're calling this. Sooner Magic Memories. Offering the program is created to give fans greater access this season. For $692, 2 people can sit in on a media session after Oklahoma's game with Michigan.
And that's just one aspect. They are also offering pregame photo shoots at the 50-yard line, high-five tunnel, so you get to be a part of the team coming out.
No, that's cool.
Getting a game ball.
Stuff like that. I mean,
halftime
why
field
wasn't
access.
that happening before? I mean, we've had the tunnel here at Arizona for years, and people are always out there. I mean, I don't know if that's anything you really have to pay for. I mean, a lot of times they just let you be out there for that.
Hey, kid, your hero is about to come out here. Pay us $500, and then you can stick your hand out and get a high five.
Right, there you go. Or maybe they'll let those kids lead. They'll lead the charge out of the tunnel. That would be cool. I would pay $500 for my kid to run the team out of the tunnel. I would pay for that. Something like that. If I had a kid.
Yes. I also would love to see Make-A-Wish people in that situation.
Yes,
right?
That too.
That's the way I see it.
Absolutely. Make-A-Wish. There are things that happen for Make-A-Wish children at games throughout the country, and that's
this last one here. DK is halftime field access on the field during the actual game, right? Because halftime, 2 teams, but
that'd be interesting,
right? Yeah, it's different. But there has to be rules and stipulations relative to what access, what areas are available to get on.
There are no
because
rules in college football.
That's the playing field, right?
Well, there are rules. I mean, they did hand down some discipline for the Michigan thing, so there are rules.
Yeah, they did.
It's not very heavy-handed rules, but there are rules.
All right, thanks to everybody that voted in that poll. 100% of the folks believe that there should be advanced scouting. in college football. 5-2. So then Brent can send his guys to Hawaii for a weekend to watch Stanford play there. Yeah, you get a little working vacation in Hawaii.
Or girls.
Or girls. That's true. Because he does have a lot of females on his staff. They do a lot of important things. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Cricket as getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation, Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported Ina and Pima Canyon. Pima Canyon Drive in Ina. Also collision Ina and La Cañada and Ina. Backups on westbound Ahaway approaching Mission Road. 15% chance of rain into the evening and 103 for tomorrow, 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
Don't miss out on any of the action.
7-7 bottom of the ninth. Wildcats would love to end it right here.
As the University of Arizona takes on the Big 12 Conference.
2-2, and it's lined to left for a base hit. Bryfogel's going to be waved around third. Here comes the throw from Hartman. It's headed home. He slides. He's safe, and the Wildcats have won it. Mikalakis, RBI single.
You're listening to the flagship home of Arizona Wildcats Athletics. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Back to UberTube expert Eugene Snurkle and his best friend Doug.
Eugene, is it true you can't fix your car's air conditioning so you're moving to Alaska or the North Pole or something?
Sorry, Doug. I meant to tell you, but I just can't seem to crack the code on fixing my car's AC.
Sorry to interrupt, Eugene, but we all know how this needs to end with a trip to Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Hi, folks. Sean Furrier here with some sizzling summer specials. Besides the chilly prices on AC repair and big tire rebates, we've also got Duramax 5-year free replacement batteries on sale this month with a $25 installation credit. That means free installation for most cars and trucks.
Seems a bit extreme.
Yes, Doug, an extremely tough battery built for Arizona, and you can be extremely confident in the Duramax 5-year free replacement guarantee. So for award-winning service, call or stop by one of our 14 area locations or make an appointment online. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
There are many reasons you might need Dorado Rockin' Materials. A few bare spots in the yard. The driveway needs filling in. Or it could be that the yard needs a whole makeover. Whatever the reason, if your yard has the summertime blues, Dorado Rockin' Materials has everything from sand to boulders and every rock and pebble in between. If you need help spreading it, we have options for that too. Call 400-4233. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
My hero! To advertise up to 40% off at Tobacco Barn, paying no city or state sales tax, and saving up to $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, I'm going to jump from this airplane at 30,000 feet. I hope he's careful.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
Wahoo!
You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation.
Wait, where's the ripcord?
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Oh no, he forgot his parachute. I did it! Hooray! That's why I'm Captain Tobacco.
Captain, you seem a little shorter.
I prefer vertically challenged, my dear.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Or did everyone else get taller?
Oh, brother.
There's never a good time for plumbing issues.
No.
Honey, my parents are here.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. With Drain Masters in Tucson, not only do you get local, professional, full-service plumbing with 24/7 scheduled or emergency service, you get a lifetime transferable warranty on all house water repiping. So this...
They brought my aunts and uncles, too.
is gonna be fine. Drain Masters, we do it all. And now offering financing. Solid service, fair price, guaranteed. DrainMastersTucson.com.
I'm Bill Ryder with a Sports Minute. I know this is not very smart, and that's probably not a great place to start a Sports Minute, but the fact is, I believe in Caleb Williams coming off a short-lived, small sample-sized, meaningless preseason football game. Maybe it's the Bears fan in me, maybe it's my need for hope and belief, but the reality is Caleb Williams' upside looks magical, and I'm here for it. And I'm Bill Ryder.
Hot damn! Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and an 8% kick of alcohol. Dial up the fun with Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted!
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number, DK on the Sports Tip. Sunday night, open scrimmage, open practice at the stadium. Not a large crowd. A few hundred people showed up to watch the Wildcats work out on Sunday night. If you were there, I'd like to hear your thoughts, what you saw. 520-848-1290. I thought Noah threw the ball better in this particular scrimmage than he had. The thing for me with Noah Fifita has been I want to see him making quicker decisions than what I've been seeing, and I thought that he made some quick decisions with the football in this practice on Sunday night. Had a really nice rollout pass to Chris Hudson in the first 11-on-11 setting. Had a nice lob throw to Luke Wysong that went for big yards. Also had a touchdown pass in the back of the end zone where he found Chris Hudson again on a cross. He went just 2 for 4 in the red zone and 7-on-7. So you'd like to see him maybe take advantage of a little bit more of those opportunities, especially 7-on-7 when there's no line in play there, and be able to put the ball in the end zone. But he did get both of those passes in the 2 for 4 were touchdown passes to Trey Spivey in that respect. So there was some nice plays by the offense. One big play was Brandon Locke hitting Quincy Craig on a swing pass that went for close to 90 yards. Would have been a 90-yard touchdown because they were playing backed up against the red zone offense as well in the scrimmage yesterday. So it was a much, much better day for the offense than what we'd seen. Genesis Smith did get his hands on a tipped pass in the end zone, took a touchdown away from Trey Spivey. So there were some guys that made defense. I thought, again, and I've kind of said this before, I thought Braden Locke, especially in that 7-on-7, when again there's no lines in play, it's just the quarterbacks and the receivers, and in that respect, I thought Brandon Locke's decision making was quicker than Noah's in that respect. I'd like to see Noah make those decisions quicker, like Braden Locke was making in the 7-on-7 part of practice. I think that's still something for Noah that's going to need to come as he moves forward in this fall camp, which now essentially this is the last week of fall camp. No practice today, so they essentially canceled practice Saturday, but not really. They had a walkthrough Saturday inside while it was deluging outside, and so they essentially did get work in on Saturday, then had the practice on Sunday night, and then off today, Monday. They'll be back at it Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Thursday will be a night practice. That'll be the final night practice at the stadium. And then other than Saturday, they will have a mock game that will be closed to the public and to the media, but they'll have a mock game amongst themselves on Saturday.
Sounds like the hottest new house music spot to hit up. Deluging.
There you go. Delusional. Some people say I'm delusional in terms of what I'm seeing out there this year in Arizona fall camp. Hey, I just give you the way I see it, and that's the way I've done it for 17 years. I tell you what I think. I tell you what I see, and it may not be what everybody else sees because we all see the game differently. But that's kind of the way I still think, in terms of the offense, I still think the best thing they do is the inside run. And I saw more of that on Sunday. It was Kedrick Ricino had a nice inside run early in the 11-on-11 setting. He had two of those. Wesley Yarbrough, who's the freshman, continues to impress me with how hard he runs the football. I don't know that he's going to play much this year because of the sheer number of guys. But again, it was or last year. He could, depending on what happens, he could see time on the field. I think he's certainly deserving of some carries because I really, really like the way that Wesley Yarbrough runs the football. He's got a tremendous vision in that hole that you like to see from your running backs.
The best teams I've ever seen in my 4 decades watching Arizona football are those teams that run effectively inside the tackles, right? I mean, if you think about the Tomey teams, they would run inside 2 out of every 4 plays. It was all inside runs. And obviously you can set up play action that way, but I think we've talked quite extensively about this, but Noah's scrambling back there for his life had a lot to do with an inability to run the ball consistently.
Yeah.
So you can knock off, a couple of those inside runs, a couple of quick 12-yard outs or whatever, and then all of a sudden you get a lot easier throws in the middle of the field.
Well, and again, we've had another injury pop up in the Big 12. I think early in the camp, Baylor lost their running back, and now Texas Tech has lost their running back. The transfer from USC, Quentin Joyner, expected to miss the season with a knee injury. So guys are starting to, again, it's a game of injuries. It's a game of injuries. And unfortunately, folks go down. The Wildcats are still without a number of starters in camp. There's still several guys that are expected to be starters that have not been able to go now for over a week. So that there's that concern as well as you get closer to game week, where they're going to be in their preparation process. I thought, so again, I mentioned last week that Braden Locke got some looks with the first team. He did so again on Saturday night. Now, it seems like they're really only giving him these first team reps when they're in 7-on-7 red zone, which is interesting to me why that's the only place that they've done that. But he did get some reps on Sunday night in 7-on-7 red zone. And I thought the first team defense did a pretty good job. I mentioned he was making quick decisions. That was more so in the 7-on-7 and then in the 11-on-11 when he was going up against the second team defense. But I thought the first team defense did basically the same type of job that they've been doing against Noah, and that was making it very difficult for Braden Locke to make quick decisions and to get rid of the ball quickly. We'll see a lot of those instances where they go back there, 1 read, 2 reads, and then you're running outside the pocket trying to make something happen. We've seen a lot of that with this first-team defense over the first 14 or so practices. He did hit a nice back corner touchdown, threw a beautiful ball to Devin Hyatt, did Braden Locke to get a TD in the reps that he did have against the first team defense. So again, he's a young man that's certainly capable. There's nobody saying that this is not Noah's job, but again, I think Noah's going to get his opportunity. He's going to get his opportunity to go out there, and if Noah wins games, Noah's going to be the quarterback. If Noah struggles, I mean, again, you're talking about a coaching staff that's in the second year of an AD, they were on slippery slope. They had to make a ton of changes. If this team struggles offensively out of the gate, the next question is going to be how long before they decide to maybe make that change to try to get something going with the offense. But we're nowhere even close to that yet. It's going to be Noah's opportunity to do what Noah did in 2023. We'll see if he can do that and improve upon what we saw from him in 2024. DK on the sports tip. Want to hear from you again. Were you at the open practice on Sunday night, last night, and what did you think? 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. Dragon Ball is here. He's got everything happening in sports here in Southern Arizona, as well as sports around the world.
Looking over the past weekend, not a bad start for Arizona soccer. Beckham Morris' squad followed up their 5-0 win over UNLV with a close 1-0 shutout against UC Irvine to open up their season on Sunday again. Now, they'll turn their attention to New Mexico State University this Thursday, so best of luck to them as they prepare for the trip up to Las Cruces. And the volleyball team showed off the new court design at McHale Center with a win with the Blue Squad in the annual Red-Blue scrimmage on Saturday. Jordan Wilson led the way with 16 kills in that contest. It was mostly the backups getting play for the Cardinals in their latest preseason game over the weekend, but while it wasn't a good showing on the scoreboard, it was a chance to see the depth at the running back room. The running the ball was a bit of a struggle. Running the ball was a little bit of a struggle there for him, but a number of backs got involved in the passing game and when it comes time to cut time, Jonathan Gannon will have a very tough choice talking about the depth at that running back position.
It's good. It's the best thing for the team. Those guys doing a good job for themselves and competing for their role. So, we got a lot of rooms like that though right now. There really are. So this week's very important. The game's going to be very important for those decisions moving forward.
And again, the Cardinals now get set for their last preseason game coming up against the Raiders on Saturday. Monday Night Football coming up tonight in Washington. The Commanders host the Bengals, and one thing to watch will be running back battle in Washington with Brian Robinson set to sit out tonight's contest. Rumors are swirling that he may be getting traded in the coming days, and if so, it opens the door for former Arizona running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt getting a chance at not just more playing time, but potentially a starting role as he looks to go and take advantage of Robinson's absence against the Bengals. Kickoff set for 5 o'clock Arizona time. I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update on Wildcats Radio 1290.
It may only be summer, but Arizona football can't get here soon enough.
Lozano got a hole inside the 40, jumps to the left of the 30, down to the 25 to the 20, still going.
Catch Kendrick Risano and the Cats all season long right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collision reported Ina and Pima Canyon Drive and Ina. Got some slowdowns due to road work on Campbell Avenue at 6th Street, also Keno Parkway near I-10. 15% chance of showers into this evening, 103 tomorrow and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Your home for U of A football.
Nobody will catch him. Touchdown, Arizona.
Men's basketball.
Midcourt. Shot is up. Good.
And baseball.
Here comes the winning run. And the Cats have won it.
Wildcats Radio 1290.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wow, this is bad.
Oh no. How bad? When will my AC be fixed?
You know, I don't know. It's your flux capacitor. They don't make them anymore. Special order. Couple grand easy.
Oh my God, what?
Don't get air conned into paying for shoddy service and stuff you don't need. Put Goodfellas on the job. Goodfellas AC will repair or install your AC the right way the first time. You'll know up front exactly what it'll cost and how long it'll take. No surprises and free second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems, like snoring, aches and pains, hot sleep, or even an old saggy mattress that can keep you up at night. And our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now get a king bed for a queen price, plus a free adjustable base with select mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
JT Auto, where their customers are family. Stop by their newest East Side location, conveniently located at 6947 East 22nd, just west of Cole. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guarantee, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where their customers are family. 372-7704. That's 372-7704. Or JTAutoAZ.com.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. No one is talking Roadrunners, Sugar Skulls, and FC Tucson like us. We are Southern Arizona's #1 sports station, Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
We've got football on this Monday night. I was kind of barking last Monday. I was like, there's no game on tonight? What are we doing here? But we do have Monday Night Football tonight on television, the Bengals and the Redskins. This has some local flavor because the Commanders have Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt on their roster. I believe they have one other Wildcat, if I'm not mistaken, as well on their roster. And so it'll be interesting to see with Brian Robinson Jr. not playing tonight. First of all, did you see the guy that drafted Brian Robinson Jr. and not Bijan Robinson?
It's such a classic The League moment where I think if I remember correctly, someone drafts Jordan Cameron rather than Cameron Jordan. And they get the defensive end instead of the tight end, and they're just like, oh, no, that counts. You put the name up there. That counts.
Oh, my God. Some people, the guys still have their, they had the music and everything. They dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Some people still do that.
Some people go very, very hard for their fantasy drafts, and I remember it used to be that way with Madden teams and stuff like that. So hey, everybody's going to get into their groups as good as they can.
I remember the first time I ever played fantasy football, which would have been back right around the beginning of the century. We had that. When I covered the Browns, we had a fantasy league of all the writers and people that covered the team on a daily basis. And so we got together after training camp one night and we had our draft and all of that. And that was really cool. But now it's like I put it on autopilot. Let the computer pick my players. And then I kind of massage it as I need to go for sure. But yeah, sticking the names up on the board.
So Cardinals Browns is going to be your team this year again?
Yeah, well, no, that means I would actually have to draft it. That would mean I would actually have to not do auto
But can't
draft.
you put in your auto draft to draft only Cardinals or Browns players?
I'd imagine that's eventually
if that's possible.
That's going to eventually be a thing. I mean, they're already doing all the stuff where they have to ask you your favorite teams on the 4-letter network website when you sign up for it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that just yet. But if I could arrange that, then that might be the play right there. But yeah, that was funny. Guy took Brian Robinson Jr. instead of Bijan Robinson. So there are people out there thinking that Bijan Robinson is the first overall pick in their fantasy draft. If you are I want to hear from you. If you are gonna pick Bijan with the number 1 pick in your fantasy draft, I want to hear from you on that. 5-2, and tell me why. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290.
I think the logic behind that would be third-year guys who have been amongst the top 3 or 5 rushers in the NFL in their second year. That's the big leap year, right? Like your fourth and fifth year, those are your big number years.
It should be. Yeah, no, and the other part of it also is that, again, you're looking at Bijan and you're thinking to yourself, what else does this roster really have when it comes to offensive, breakout players? Again, you're still waiting to see what happens with Michael Penix Jr. Drake London, he's been okay. Kyle Pitts Sr., we're talking about a guy, Bijan, trying to get that third-year breakout. Kyle Pitts is just a guy that I look at and I have no idea what's going on with him. He should be, by all factors, a breakout tight end every year. And then it's just not a whole lot. You get 68 catches his rookie season and then 47 in his last season. He's just a guy that he's still struggling, I think, to find himself in the offense.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how that plays out for sure. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Before we go to the phones, let's hear from Jakari Krosky-Merritt's about to play here in a moment for the Washington Commanders. He talked about overcoming the adversity with the NCAA that forced him to sit out almost the entire season last year here in Arizona with the Wildcats.
I mean, it feels amazing. Like that was some adversity that I went through, and like I stayed close to God, just knowing like days like this would come. And like during the course of me going through that, I just made sure I just kept working, and like I mean, it's finally paying off, but I still got a lot of more work to do.
A lot of more work to do, and it continues tonight on Monday Night Football. Let's talk to Rick. You're on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hi, guys. Just want to talk some U of A football. By the way, that answered some questions because that would have helped the running game a little bit last year, apparently, if you would have been able to play
just
in the
a little bit.
Usual brilliance. Look, I'm a longtime U of A follower and fan. I like the direction they're going in now again. I think it's smart based on what we're capable of doing in this era. Meat and potatoes like Dick Tomey days, big boys on the line. You got to be able to run the ball and stop people first. That's where you start. Getting Saladea back was really smart. Sounds to me like the defensive line, they're going to put however many guys in the box it takes and say, we're not going to let you run on us. It's Genesis Smith and some of the defensive backs, I think, can do man-to-man coverage. I think it'll be good. And one more quick comment. Not too many years ago, I think U of A had 3 guys in the NFL. Looks to me like they're going to have 14 guys make rosters. No one should ever be mad at Jed Fish. He did one hell of a job while he was here.
He did.
Thanks.
He did. Thank you very much, Rick, for that call. Are we going to have that many guys? 14? I didn't think it was that many. I knew it was probably like around potentially 7 to 8, but I didn't think 14 guys. But you think about, obviously, I mean, we'll have to get that. We'll have to go down that list for tomorrow. You got Loop, obviously. Tanner McLaughlin's going to be on a roster for sure. You've got Michael Wiley in a camp, although I don't know that he's going to make a roster. There are definitely a number of guys who are going to be on roster. That
T-Mac,
14 sounds like a lot, though.
Jordan Morgan.
Yeah, Jordan Morgan.
Michael Wiley.
Yeah.
Gary Brightwell.
Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, I think, is still
He was there. I
with
think
the
he's with the
Giants.
No, I think he's with the Chargers now. I think Demetrius is down in L.A.
It's saying here he's with the Giants. So
Oh,
if
Giants?
he's
Okay.
playing linebacker for the Giants, he's got a good shot. They need a lot of help on defense. So there's a good shot that Demetrius is going to make it.
I don't think and we're just talking U of A guys, so Levi Wallace wouldn't qualify in that group, but I don't think he's going to be in the league this year for the first time.
Quali Conley.
Yeah,
Quali,
could be.
yeah.
He might. Yeah, I think he'll probably be a practice squad. I don't know that he'll make an active roster.
I've got the full list here of guys potential. I think the 14, that's the number I think is the guys who potentially could
Be
opening day
yeah.
rosters, and,
Yeah.
and some of them obviously are going to be practice squad guys.
We'll see. That's a good number though to at least say. Again, that's what you got to do. You got to get back to having those guys, in the mix to make NFL rosters for sure. Cardinals 27-7 loss over the weekend in Denver to the Broncos after a couple of days of dual practices there. Now, Kyler Murray played in game one, did not play in this game, and so you had a lot of the backups in the ball game. Jacoby Brissett, Clayton Tune got the majority of the run for the Cardinals in this particular game, and the Broncos did play Jarrett Stedman and Sam Erlinger on their side and got off to a pretty quick start, did the Broncos, with a couple of touchdowns early.
Off the play action, Stidham rolling to his right and throwing. There's Evan Ingram down the sideline for the big gain. Ingram is still running well into Arizona territory. That might be enough to get him out of there.
Yeah, Ingram's done for the night. That's all we need.
Stidham rolling away from trouble, throws wide open. It is caught. There's Pat Bryant. Makes a man miss, and he's inside the 10. Explosive start for the Broncos offense. Good for 29 more yards.
That's what you want to see at a young rookie wide receiver.
Give us to Harvey straight ahead, and he's swung into the end zone for the Broncos touchdown from 8 yards away. Man, that was quick. How about a 97-yard scoring drive for the Broncos to open the football game?
It started on their 3, and they ended with 6.
There you go. Broncos up early by a score of 7-0. Cardinals, though, would strike back to tie the game.
Pressure comes up the middle. It's picked up nicely. Brissett throws, and it is caught. Coming across is Andre Bocelli for his second grab. That's good for 14 and a first down.
He is singing tonight. 2 catches already in the first quarter.
5 seconds. Keeper by Brissett, and he'll move forward. The big-bodied Jacoby Brissett, 6'4", 235. Brissett wants to throw. Pressure up the middle. Lofts one to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Simi Fehoko able to make the grab in the end zone. 16-yard strike from Brissett, and an extra point away from tying the game.
Is he trying to say that Jacoby Brissett is fat, the big body? Jacoby Brissett?
I made sure to try and find them mentioning something about Jacoby's size just for you, considering all the Kyler Murray being under 6 foot discussion we have here.
Sammy Fehoko caught that touchdown pass, played at Stanford. I don't remember him so much at Stanford, but he did have.
Nobody remembers post-Harbaugh players at Stanford.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He did have 3 catches for 97 yards in a game in the 2019 game against Arizona at home there. So there was a game they won 41-13. So, and he scored 2 touchdowns. He scored 2 touchdowns against Arizona in that game that day. I don't remember that game specifically, 2019. So that'd have been obviously Kevin Sumlin era.
That was the start of the
quarterback?
20-game losing streak.
That was
right?
the
that era.
Oh yeah.
Feels like, yeah.
That was KJ Costello was the quarterback on those teams. Yeah, he had a couple touchdown passes to Sammy Fehoko, who has bounced around in his National Football League career. The Cardinals are his fourth team. He was in Dallas, Pittsburgh, played with the Chargers, and now with the Cardinals. However, he was only on the practice squad in the season he was with the Steelers.
Dragon Ball. He's got a Fehoko jersey at home from his Steelers days.
Yeah, big Fehoko fan.
Broncos would take the lead, though, as they were very good. Dragon Ball mentioned earlier, they were very good at converting on some long third downs in this game.
3rd and 15. Stidham's in a slump.
2 incompletions, huh?
Takes the snap. Cards rushing 4. Pocket collapses. Stidham squeezes through, steps and fires. Hits Pat Bryant for first down yardage. Here comes some pressure. It's picked up nicely by the Broncos. Stidham steps and fires. In traffic, Pat Bryant goes up to make the catch. Inside the 30. Working on Keitrell Clark of the Cardinals. Good for 16. Stidham has time. Lofts one. Sideline. It's caught. Troy Franklin into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. And a beautiful ball right on time from Jarrett Stidham again.
So 27-7 was the final in this game. Broncos have won both of their preseason games. Jacoby Brissett, 6 of 8, 57 yards through the touchdown pass to
big bodies.
There,
that's
to
his
Simi Fehoko.
prefix, right?
Yeah. Clayton Tune, 13 of 20, 56 yards. No big receivers in the ball game for the Cardinals. Jamie Robinson had 8 tackles to lead the defense, and Elliott Brown had a tackle for loss. Let's see if Keon Bars got in there at all and did anything. Keon had 1 tackle and 1 quarterback hit in the ball game as he tries to carve out a potential spot on that defensive line. The Arizona Wildcat alum. After the ball game, though, Jonathan Gannon on his third-level defense struggling against those explosive plays.
Oh, you're right. Third level, we were okay. After watching the tape, no, we were not okay on the third level. 2 snaps stand out in my head that I showed the team today, which is the reason for explosives, and we got, annihilated in an explosive play battle, which is the reason you lose by 20. We have to do a better job of so I don't even know what your question was, but I'm going to just talk. We have to do a better job consistently playing with the right technique and getting on the right people with the right leverage. That's what I would say from the back end, and that's not just the corners, it's not just the safeties, the nickels, the linebackers, just collectively as a whole, everybody, because we show flashes and it's good, like in the Denver practice or even in the game, and then when it's not, you get beat, and so we got to do a better job of that.
Blake Gilligan is the punter for the Cardinals. He put 3 punts inside the 20 in that game, averaged 53 yards, so those are good numbers to see for the preseason. And Jonathan Gannon on kind of the differences between old preseasons where he didn't play a lot of starters to the latest preseason where we have seen a few.
Well, there's not 4 anymore. There used to be 4, right? So I think so. That's 3 off the top of my head. So that seems like a lot. So 3 was kind of, everybody does. That's a good question, Craig. It's and 2 with the starters playing this and that, you think, oh, well, you would never play your starters preseason 3 if you don't play them preseason 2. Not necessarily. Guys do it different ways. It's just kind of the setup of camp. If you get to joint practice or not, home and away, when does week 1, what's the health of your team, who do you feel good about, like how many roster spots, if we sat down right now, how many roster spots we think are still available, I would say, how many aren't. Different teams are all different, and different coaches have different ways of thinking about it. Again, I don't think there's one right or wrong way to do it. And there's honestly pros and cons of however you do it, so the most important thing for us is maximizing today and this week as we move forward to get better as players and a football team and coaches and be ready to play on Saturday.
And that'll be a home game against the Raiders, another game on the NFL Network, and it'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff at State Farm Stadium. Cardinals and Las Vegas. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. J-Dub has a question.
The Raiders was Oakland, right? Does that transfer?
To Vegas, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know.
Raider. Like, that doesn't follow in Vegas. Like, that seems more like...
It feels very Oakland-y to me.
It's very Oakland. I mean, that's where you hear it the most. And it didn't even feel that right when you were saying it for Los Angeles.
Sure.
Like, even with L.A.
They did 2 stints, right, in L.A.?
I want to say they did 2 stints
Oakland,
in Oakland.
LA,
and then
Oakland, Vegas.
Yeah, 2 stints in
2 stints in Oakland and 1 stint in L.A., which... Again, eventually they'll find a place to stay put somewhere.
It was L.A. Raiders when I was in college there. I remember those Sundays just across the street from campus.
Very popular jerseys.
Interesting things would happen on those Sundays. Had to be careful walking through there in the other team's colors.
Scary. That's the whole goal of that fan base is to be as scary as possible.
There you go. There you go. We'll see how scary they are. That's why, and it goes back to I just believe, and I get the whole thing, franchises and brands and all of that. But
I mean,
you
should
move a team, you should
right?
lose. Yeah, you should lose that brand. You should have to create your own brand, like the Ravens did in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns are the prime example because like you can't not have them be the Browns.
Yeah,
right. They have to. They're like the original team.
Yeah, in
right?
Cleveland, or you could just be Bud Adams and be like, yeah, no, I'm taking the Oiler name, and you ain't ever getting it back. Right. You didn't want to build me my stadium. You're never getting this name back.
All right, coming up, you're going to hear from the cornerback room of your Arizona football team. We will chat with them and get a sense. I asked them, remember last Wednesday night, the defense had 5 takeaways. 5 takeaways. We'll find out from Javion Cole, Aiden Garnes, and Michael Dansby about the adrenaline that fueled into Danny Gonzalez's defense to have that type of dominant night against the offense. You'll hear from them straight ahead. DK on the Sports Tip. Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported Ahaway near Mission. There are backups on westbound Ahaway approaching Mission Road. Silverbell and Cortero also clearing Ina and Pima Canyon Drive. And expect slowdowns, potential for slowing on Keno Parkway near I-10 due to road work. There's a very slight chance of showers into the evening, 103 for tomorrow, 101 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Are you someone who has a passion for music and sports and is interested in starting a career in radio? Well, our promotions department is looking for hardworking, dedicated people to join our Promotion Street team. If you're outgoing, have a solid work ethic, and a flexible schedule, then this may be the job for you. For more information, visit wildcatsradio1290.com or apply now at cumulusmedia.com. Clean driving record required. Must be 18 years or older to apply.
Protect your home and auto by bundling them with Progressive, and you'll have a little less to worry about. But we know you'll find other things to worry about. Like that text you just got from your boss. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Hey, call me when you get a sec. Oh, hey, call me when you get a sec. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, well, at least you protected your home and auto with Progressive, so you don't have to worry about that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
I get so many headaches every month.
It could be chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine.
It's not for those who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor. Visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
It's time to talk Grizzly.
The air conditioner made specifically for Arizona summers.
Alaskan AC introduced the Grizzly a couple years ago, and the reviews are pouring in.
This one says, I love how quiet it is. I can hardly hear it come on, but I'm always comfortable.
Another person writes, finally an air conditioner that can withstand the desert heat and dust.
This one says, I like its fluffy fur and cute black nose.
Anyway, if it's time to upgrade your AC, you can't do better than the Grizzly.
Only available at Alaskan AC.
People love it.
Like this person who said, we live in an older home and the Grizzly keeps us comfortable in every room.
Or this guy. We live just outside of town and the dust is horrible. Glad we have an AC that can take it.
Or this one. He's so cuddly and has these adorable pads on his paws.
Gary, I think you're on a different webpage.
Gary, I think you're different.
Learn more about the Grizzly at AlaskanAC.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The Minnesota Lynx are on a vengeance tour this season. They currently sit atop the WNBA standings at 28-5, and Saturday's 86-80 victory over the New York Liberty improved them to 17-1 at home. You'll remember, New York beat the Lynx 3-2 in the 2024 finals to capture the franchise's first championship. But since last year's postseason, Minnesota has won 3 straight against the champs. Nafisa Collier missed her 4th straight game for the Lynx with an ankle injury, while Brianna Stewart sat out her 10th for New York with a bone bruise in her knee. Still, Minnesota notched its 6th consecutive victory under head coach Cheryl Reeve.
They're just special in that they find a way to kind of get back centered to who they are. It's a very, very special, connected group in that way, and we're a hard team to break because of it.
The teams play again on Tuesday for the 4th and final time this season. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Maggie Gray on Westwood One.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on our program. You can call us. You can text us at that number. Do please be a part of the show, like Rick talking about Arizona football a little bit earlier. And what are your thoughts? What do you anticipate? What do you think the record is going to be this year? I say 6-6. That's where I came in. I'm not getting off that number just yet, but we'll kind of re-identify that as we continue to move forward. This Friday, we got a sweet deal for you. Board and Brush Creative Studio. You can get a DIY wood sign workshop voucher for just $37.50. Those originally are $75. This sweet deal will go on sale Friday, 8:30 a.m. over at WildcatsRadio1290.com. Now, what is Board and Brush Creative Studio? Well, you can unleash your inner DIYer without the mess at home. This is probably right up your alley, Dragon Ball.
It's up my girlfriend's alley, I'll tell you that much.
There you go. Book a workshop at Board and Brush. You need to get this for you. You need to get this sweet deal for her. You can book a workshop at Board and Brush Creative Studio for the ultimate paint and sip experience. Does she like to sip when she paints?
Oh, well, yes, absolutely.
Because you don't, right?
Mimosas
You don't.
is her go-to.
Oh, I had a mimosa yesterday. Located at Oracle and Orange Grove, they offer the ultimate DIY sip and paint wood project experience without the hassle of buying supplies or cleaning up at home. They also have their BYOB liquor license, so you can enjoy your favorite beverage while you create. Man, how about that? Bring your own beverage and paint and sip. It's an officially licensed University of Arizona vendor. They provide an array of fun projects just in time for football season. So this literally is like one of those deals. You can go and create whatever you want, like with the Arizona logo and that kind of thing. You can make a Wildcat project of some sort. Who just ran that ball there? That wasn't Jacory.
No, that was Mr. Eckler. I
Okay,
believe.
that was Austin Eckler there. A lot of the starters playing tonight for both Joe Burrow was playing for the Bengals, and you've got Jaden Daniels and some of the starters in there for the Commanders as well.
Oh, Chris Rodriguez Jr., my mistake.
Oh, okay. Again, officially licensed by the University of Arizona. All supplies are provided. Just bring your creativity. Again, this is a sweet deal for Board and Brush Creative Studio this Friday, 8:30 a.m., Wildcats Radio, 1290.com. All right, I want you to hear from the cornerback room. I've said before, the cornerback position is my favorite position in college football. I just love the guys on the corner and how they can absolutely shut down passing games. And the Wildcats, do they have guys that can do that this year? That's going to be one of the questions. We are getting new starters at the cornerback position. A couple of them played together in high school. In Michael Dansby, a transfer from San Jose State, and Javion Cole, a transfer from Texas by way of San Diego State. So these are two guys that played together in high school. They've played together once already in college, and they're playing together again. We had a chance to talk to them as well as Aiden Garnes, the transfer from West Virginia. But first, Michael Dansby and Javion Cole about being teammates once again.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is for sure a blessing to play with a teammate that I played in high school with. For sure, the chemistry was always going to continue to roll over to wherever we go. But yeah, all I can say is it's a true blessing to still play with him. Yeah.
I feel like for me, just reuniting with Dansby, playing with him from Pop Warner to high school, from one high school to another, we already had chemistry built, and then going to MAC, we played with a bunch of dogs. We had a small school, so then going to San Jose, we just brought that fire to a secondary, I would say, that didn't have it at the time. So us going there, it just brought some more fire to the secondary.
Vanessa and Troy.
Thank you. Aiden, it's Vanessa, King of Nine. So we spoke with you before about your bone marrow journey and donations, and then you having a drive here. Has there any been recent developments? Are you still in contact with the woman you saved? And has any of your teammates or anyone you know matched with anyone?
First, to answer your first question, I'm still trying to get in contact with her. I've been a little slower since I've been in camp, but I'm still talking to those people, still trying to get as much information as I can so I can meet her in person one day. And we haven't got any matches here yet, but I'm hoping in the next couple months, maybe we can.
I hope so. And then just one more for you. Is your first year playing as a Wildcat, and you have a lot of leadership experience coming here? What are you bringing to the table, and how is it out there putting that jersey on and playing with these guys?
It's amazing. Obviously, it's been a lot of guys that have already been here and solidified themselves as leaders. So I do what I can, and especially in a room where we are, like me and him, 1 year, Javion and Marquise 2 years. So just try to give as much play and as much game as I can to those guys and the younger guys in the room. Troy and David.
For Cole and Dansby, you guys were with Brent Brennan at San Jose State. You're here now. How have you seen them grow as a coach, and what's the differences from Brennan at San Jose State to Brennan now after being a year apart?
I was gonna say, for sure, like Brennan going through just life in general, you're probably just gonna grow no matter what. But yeah, I could feel like more fire from him, just more intensity coming from before at San Jose to here now. So yeah, he's more up in like tunes. But yeah.
To add on to that, I feel like Brendan now understands that there's levels to this playing field, going from the Mountain West to the Big 12. So he needs to bring more enthusiasm to the team here, especially going off last year. There needs to be more for us in general.
David and Justin.
For Javion, there was a drill earlier this week where Coach Chip made you keep doing it over and over and over again. Walk me through like what's happening there with you when maybe you're not getting the steps right and you're trying to get the steps right and you can't get them right, but he makes you stay in it until you do get them right.
I feel like for me, I've been a part of a coaching journey many times where my coaches do that to me, and I expect it, and he expects a lot out of me. So him making me do it repetitive, it's just him wanting more for me and for the team.
And for you guys, just when you're in a drill like that and you see a guy going through that, what's important about staying with the player so that he can get through a drill like that.
Me and Javion, that's just building chemistry. Like it's some days in summer workouts that I may be getting tired, things like that. He may be getting tired and things like that. So when I do get on him about just getting the steps and things like that right, it's no hard feelings about it. He already seen it months ago, so now it's just repetition. But he knows, like, so if he do something wrong or I do something wrong, we know we're gonna get on each other, and there's no hard feelings.
Just seeing that, I just know that that's just gonna make him better. Honestly, just keep pushing him, just keep cheering him on, just keep standing by his side. But yeah, just watching him go through that, I just know at the end of the day he's gonna get better.
Justin and Brian. So Michael, unlike a lot of your other San Jose State teammates, you decided to stay at San Jose last year. What went into that decision, and how would you describe the culture under Kenny Matalolo?
Oh yeah, Coach Kent. To answer the first question, yeah, I did decide to stay one more year. It was just a personal thing. I wanted to stay one more year. But yeah, under Coach Kent, he's a very, very good coach. I'm glad I got that year under him. But yeah, he's a great coach. That's all I can say, man.
And then what led you to, or I guess, what led you to go into the portal, and what allowed you to choose Arizona?
Me going to the portal, I knew this was like going to be my last year, so I just wanted a bigger opportunity for myself and my family, and I know like where my talent should be at. Yes, sir.
Brian and Michael?
For any of you, the importance of recognizing that you are essentially on an island out there with the way that the front seven is aggressive, and it's assuming that you just have to stay with the play until the end as long as the ball hasn't got you. I mean, how has it been in this defense so far?
Oh my God. It's been here and there. Like just knowing where our help is at is the biggest thing. Knowing where our help is at, knowing with certain splits is sometimes we are going to be on the island. Obviously, everybody pretty much knows that. But just being confident, like that's why we do one-on-ones. That's why we're in those type of situations right now. So in 13 days, when we are on the island and we do go through situations, it's going to be like practice.
Has there been a particular receiver that's been the toughest to guard for any of you guys?
All our receivers are pretty good, but Trey Spidey with the 50-50 balls, yeah, he's been doing his thing with that one for sure.
Michael and Vanessa.
All right, 2 questions. The first one is for Michael, but you guys can jump in on it too. Safe to say that you're one of the most improved players on the team from spring until now. What do you think has been the biggest area of growth for you?
Just my confidence, my mindset, just me just getting comfortable with the defense. That's for sure the biggest thing from spring to fall camp. So yeah, just me getting comfortable with the defense.
Yeah, what do you think about Michael's progress?
I feel like for Dansby, yeah, his confidence is key. Him being healthy for sure. And I feel like that's what separates us, knowing that everybody in our room can compete with each other, us older guys, including Gianni now that he's here with us. We are very competitive as a group.
My second question was about Gianni. Coach Viney said that he's got a lot of fire to him, a lot of heart and intensity. Obviously, he hasn't fully developed into his body yet at this point, but he's still out there scrapping. What do all of you guys think of him?
I feel like as Gianni learns how to play football, as he learns how to practice, and grow into his body, he's going to be a dog. He knows how like he's learning the playbook. We're going to need him at some point in time in the season. So as he matures and gets older, he's going to be very good.
Yeah, just like he said, just maturity, like just knowing how to practice, knowing how to move. First couple practices were shaky, but now he's like getting in tune with it, starting to get the technique. And once he grows into his body and once he grows into just mentally, he's going to be a great player.
Yeah, just from like where he come from, honestly, he got that fire in him. But just to piggyback off of what they've been saying, the maturity, just him just getting comfortable with practicing with everybody, and just he's gonna be a good player though for sure.
Next time, Justin.
All right, those were your cornerbacks that we got a chance to speak with yesterday, and Aiden Garns among those, Javion Cole, and the new corner, Michael Dansby, as well, a transfer from San Jose. We'll hear more from those guys coming up. I did ask them about the 5-turnover game. We may get you that coming up here after the break and let you hear what they said about that 5-turnover practice last Wednesday. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Cricket is got you right now every 20 minutes, as she does with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions reported Silverbell and Cortero in Silverbell, also Ajo near Mission. There are westbound backups, westbound Ajo approaching Mission. More backups westbound Speedway at Main and westbound Grant Road at I-10. So we're looking at a very, very slight chance of showers tonight and 103 tomorrow. 100 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership. Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains. For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
It's DK on the sports tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Dragon Ball, if you were going to be given an NIL for NAU, what sport would that have been?
Probably would have had to try it out for at least the Quidditch team.
Quidditch?
No, I bet.
Wow.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
even know what that is. What is Quidditch?
Quidditch is
It's a wizard
fictional-
sport.
It's a wizard
card game?
It's kind of like lacrosse on a broomstick with magic.
DK on the sports tip, Monday through Fridays at 3 right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Quick, she's over here. I don't know. I just found her like this.
Yeah, she's banged up, but she'll be fine.
Oh, thank God. What can I do?
Just need the keys. And, sir?
Yeah?
Your car's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Mobile detailing from Recon Auto Detailing. Tired of wear and tear on your vehicle or just tired of cleaning it yourself? We'll come to you. Book with us online and see why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Recon Auto Detailing. ReconDetail.com.
This is it, Tucson. The Indoor Football National Championship comes to the Tucson Convention Center. Saturday, August 23rd. The Vegas Nighthawks face off against the Green Bay Blizzard for the ultimate title. And you can be there for every hard-hitting and high-scoring moment. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at goifl.com. Be part of the action, feel the energy, and witness history in the making. The IFL National Championship. Saturday, August 23rd at the Tucson Convention Center.
If you have old windows, they are probably driving up your energy bills. Cool things down with energy-efficient windows from the Window Depot. The Window Depot provides unbeatable value and a wide variety of in-stock and custom order windows to fit your style and budget. Choose from our SI window brand, made in the USA for quality you can trust, or custom order from top manufacturers for a perfect fit. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. Experience the best prices, the biggest inventory, only at the Window Depot.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, the original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Go Wildcats! As a new season starts, the Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Minute, sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. I didn't have a first-round grade on Jackson Dart, as I thought he was a tad overrated at Ole Miss. However, regardless if you think Dart is the next franchise quarterback of the New York Giants or not, the idea of him starting games is at least exciting. Russell Wilson at this stage of his career does nothing for me, and if I were Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, I would start Dart come week 1 against the Washington Commanders on September 7th. I'm Zach Gelb.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt just took one to the house on Monday Night Football for the Washington Commanders. A 27-yard touchdown run for JCM, a.k.a. Bill, to put the Commanders up 14-7. They had to go chase down that ball because he wanted the ball. I don't know where exactly it was, but Jaden Daniels, how about that? The Sun Devil going and getting the ball for the Wildcats. Great run there. Great run by Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Great blocking up front for him on that hole.
Oh, yeah, no, that's in the film room. John Bates is going to get a lot of credit. When the tight end blocks two guys on one play, that's usually a good sign. That's worthy of getting a lot of those stickers on the helmet back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can tell what their game plan is because it's right side, right side, right side, right side, right side. That's all their plays.
Hey, Trey Hendrickson may get his money before the day is done.
There you go. Chris Rodriguez had a big run of 40 yards. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 27 as well for the Redskins, for the Commanders early in their game tonight against the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, earlier this last segment we were hearing from the cornerbacks. I want you to hear a little bit more from them, and then we'll get you our Casino del Sol replay coming up here in a moment. But here's what last Wednesday, 5 takeaways by the defense, all interceptions. in a practice last Wednesday. I wanted to get the reaction to the cornerbacks to that impressive night by the defense.
For all of you, and we'll start with Javion, just describe Wednesday night when the defense was just getting takeaway after takeaway after takeaway, and what the feeling was like for the unit as a whole.
I would say before Wednesday, the offense has been getting after us. I feel like Wednesday was just a day for us to respond. We've been talking about responding a lot here, and that was just a day we chose to respond. With Jen starting off with one pick, I feel like it got to the quarterbacks, and they just kept crumbling, and we kept attacking and accepting the challenge.
Like he said, Jen sparked it off. But Coach G told us, they were going to start, interceptions were going to start coming. And since then, they've been starting to come. So just continuing to just believe in him and believe in the defense.
Yeah, I can for sure say that was like one of our best practices for sure. But again, like what Cole said, just us responding and bouncing back like from other previously practices. But yeah, Coach G, he had a goal for us, and we had to meet that goal. So yeah.
So what is the goal? What's that Coach G has?
That goal that day was to get 3 interceptions.
Yeah. So that was for that day.
And we had got 3 and 7-on-7.
Yeah,
and
back
then
to back.
it just went on to the rest of the day.
All right, there you go. The goal was to get 3 interceptions in that practice, and they exceeded that goal with flying colors. See a goal, set the goal, and go out there and get it. That's what you like to see from this defense, again, which has shined this entire camp for the Arizona Wildcats. Will they be able to translate this now into actual games remains to be seen. But, boy, have they looked good through these first 14 practices leading up to football next Saturday night, a week from this coming Saturday at the stadium to open up the 2025 season. It's sure going to be fun indeed. All right, let's get you your Casino del Sol replay coming up here. Brought to you by Casino del Sol. Arizona volleyball red-blue game was this past weekend. Let's hear from the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, Charita Stubbs, on what she saw from her squad, what she liked, what she didn't like, and the plans moving forward ahead to a scrimmage coming up Friday at noon here in Tucson against Northern Colorado.
So, middle blocker, first Journey, what's her injury like? Are you expecting her? And then moving said that was a surprise.
Yes. Journey, she'll be back. She'll be fine. She's just more safety than anything at this point in time. And then putting Sid in the middle, we get a chance to use her athleticism. She brings a lot to the table. She high flies, and she's a former middle. And so I think she made the change her sophomore year in high school or her junior year in high school to depend. So she's been a little bit everywhere right now.
She seemed pretty effective, out there, especially for someone who hasn't played.
Well, she's comfortable, and at the end of the day, she wants to play. So she's like, put me where you need me, Rita, and I'll make it work. So pretty excited for her.
And then your opposites, Anna, Renee, Britt, and I guess...
Yes, those three.
Mm-hmm. Just what you see, how they differ, what you like, what they bring.
Well, Britt and Renee both bring size, which is something that we know we're going to need at some point when we play the bigger teams. And Anna is able to run a faster offense than either one of them. And so it just brings a different dynamic. And then you have 2 lefties and a righty. And so just trying to work and see which one works best. And it really is going to depend upon who our opponent is.
And then, Coach, what did you learn about your team from this game?
I learned that we've come a long way from last year at this time. And so, we go back and we kind of watch film and look at stats, and the things that we're doing now is in a lot of ways picking up where we left off last year, which is pretty exciting for us. I think between Haven and Brenna, they're fighting to kind of see who's going to actually be that libero. Our plan is to use 1, not 2 like we used last year. So that's pretty exciting. And, at times it wasn't as competitive as I would want it to be. However, when Carly went to the other side, it showed me that she was able to change some dynamics up and give us a good chance to fight. So seeing a lot of good things. I'm happy where we are right now.
And just thinking about that, how important is Avery to your success?
Well, 100%. She has the best brain as a setter, the dynamics, the chemistry with the team, and, she'll push the envelope a little bit, and that's okay. I was reading an article and I sent it to her the other day, and it was Terry Pettit talking about the relationship between the setter and the head coach and how important it is. And I sent it to her. She goes, yes, I completely understand. But that's just how her brain works.
Were there any stand-up performance that caught your eyes tonight, like somebody who performed?
I thought Jordan did a phenomenal job. I mean, offensively, she was just able to score in any place she was on the court. I thought that Avery's ability to put the ball in the hands of a Terminator at the right time was really important. And that's one of the things that's super intriguing for me, is knowing that, because we know that for a fact people are going to key in on Jordan, but then is she able to put the ball in someone else's hand at the right time? And she was.
So the floor for volleyball, I saw that it comes like the white.
Yes. So this was the first time we actually were able to put tape down on the floor. And so white is what we always have, but I think we're going to have to try black. It's the only, because I don't want any like neon colors or anything like that. But from a television standpoint, I think the black would work best and for everyone to be able to see.
I mean, for the line, just for the lines.
It's just over there
right
by
there.
the, but everywhere else it still works. But right there you lose the side, which is really crucial. So.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, that was Streeta Stubbs after the Red-Blue scrimmage on Saturday at McHale Center on the new floor. I'm not sure exactly what they were talking about in terms of the tape on the floor.
Probably because the Cactus logo has a bit of white in it, so white tape on the white doesn't really show. Black tape would. She doesn't want neon. That would be my guess.
There you go. We'll have to figure that out and get a better indication of how that affects the hitters and whatnot. Maybe sight lines, seeing down the lines and whatnot is a part of that as well. But first game played on the new floor at McHale Center this Saturday, and they'll actually have an opponent that's not themselves coming up Friday at noon again. Northern Colorado will come to town for a scrimmage, and I like that. I like how she referred to Jordan Wilson as the Terminator. Avery setting up the Terminator. That's the kind of season you're going to need from Jordan Wilson.
With as many
this
kills
year.
as she had.
Right,
yeah.
when you set records, I mean, you deserve a nickname.
For sure. And like she mentioned, Journey Tucker going through a little bit of an injury. They're going to definitely want to have her. She had such a breakout season last year in her sophomore year, and one of those middles that's going to be really dependent upon to be a key piece for the defense for the Arizona Wildcats as they go into this season. Preseason picked 7th in the Big 12. That is what they finished last year, and it was just a shy too low to get them into the NCAA tournament. So they'll be definitely looking forward to coming back and making that dance and getting back into the postseason on the NCAA tournament side this year. Again, that is your Casino del Sol replay brought to you by Casino del Sol.
We should look that up. I bet you the percentage of teams making the NCAAs after winning the NIT has to be 85, 90%.
It has to be something high.
Unless you're talking about graduating like half your team as seniors.
True, yeah.
But that scenario is really usually a youth base where you had some inconsistencies throughout the year, put it all together at the end, win the NIT. But those teams generally go on to success the year after.
No question. You hope that's a springboard to bigger and better things, much like it was for Arizona women's basketball under Adia Barnes when they won the WNIT and parlayed that into a run to the national championship game against Stanford in 2021. All right, that is going to wrap up our show for today. I'd like to thank JW Madden as well as Cricket as well as Dragon Ball. Don't forget, we'll be with you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. My name is David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Most of all, we'd like to thank you for listening to our program. Oh, before we get out of here, real quick, don't forget this week coming up is the International Indoor Football League National Championship game. That'll be Saturday at Tucson Convention Center. Kickoff 7:30. Party starts at 4:15. You can get more details over at WildcatsRadio1290.com. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 3 o'clock. DK on the Sports Tip. Have a great night, everybody.
And from the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Slowing for westbound Speedway Boulevard at Main Avenue. Also busy traffic on Campbell Avenue at 6th Street due to road work and more road work with slowdowns. Keno Parkway at I-10. Have a tiny chance of showers into the evening. 103 tomorrow, 100 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Rooter Ranger 24/7 Plumbing, Sewer, and Drains.
For fast, affordable plumbing and emergency drain services, call Rooter Ranger and get out of plumbing danger. RooterRanger.com.
888-7-RANGER. Get you out of plumbing danger.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
O'Reilly! Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't miss out on any of the action as the University of Arizona takes on the Big 12 Conference.
But again, Caleb Love now taking over the game.
You're listening to the flagship home of Arizona Wildcats Athletics. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, will arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right. What's right? What the singing people just said. Gary, you have your earbuds in. I don't know what you're hearing. Oh, this.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, will arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right.
Hi, guys. What's right?
That I have my earbuds in.
No, you don't.
We were listening to the singing people.
Maybe I should go out and come back in again.
It's the thing about how we arrive in one day or your repair is free.
Oh, right. It's the Alaskan AC guarantee, so people aren't left waiting for a repairman. Don't we have singing people for that?
Yes, here, use my earbuds.
Gross.
Just play it, Gary.
With Alaskan AC service guarantee, will arrive in one day or your repair is free.
That's right.
I know, right?
Right. I'm glad we had this meeting.
AlaskanAC.com.
Noah Fafita has a new weapon this season.
It is caught. What a spectacular catch for Luke Weissong. My goodness. Oh, my word.
I'm not the tallest, like being tough. My dad taught me that.
Catch Luke Weissong of the Cats all season long on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Let me tell you about this new Pretzel Cheddar Club. Hey, I'm Carlos.
And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
is the tangy Dijon with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know how much you love bacon. And I love the different varieties. Grilled, spicy, original. It gets you nice and excited for fall.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with Cherry Berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station.
You're listening to the JR Sport Brief.
It is the JR Sport Brief Show on the Infinity Sports Network. We're coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you to everybody all over North America who's locked in and tuned in right now. You're on the road from work. You're going to work. You're going home. You're at work. You're making money. You're relaxing. You're chilling. You're cooking. You're cleaning. You're chopping. Whatever the heck you're doing. delivering. Thank you for being here. This is the final hour of the show. I get started every weekday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, on Peachtree Street. Thank you to our producer, Ryan Bocci. He's in New York City, on Hudson Street. And thank you to you for being here wherever you are. On the free Odyssey app, your local Infinity Sports Network affiliate, Sirius XM 375, and a